to the right, spelling left, shade 3 weeks to the left. Michael O'Toole in the beginning. Hello, Michael. How are you?
Hello, sir.
Bobby, what's going on? Richie, what's going on?
Not much, man.
Look, it's Graziadei. What'd you say, Bob?
I don't know. You asked me a question. I'm fucking answering it.
Here we go, 901.
No, not even.
And so it starts.
You asked me a fucking question. I'm answering. You're like, what? What are you talking about? Talking to me?
Hi. You're right. Limo talk, it's Graziadei. Bobby Inzarello's here. Zarelli's here. Michael O'Toole is here.
Hello.
GovsRadio.com, GothamGoGraz.com, Govs.com, TheWorkWithMikeandPete.com, and Ins41.com. There you go. I got everybody involved.
We got all the .coms out of the way.
Nice plugs.
Yeah.
O'Toole.
Yes, sir.
GovsRadio.com is a live replay, correct?
GovsRadio.com is live replay for what?
We have live and replays, correct?
Oh, yeah, of course. Always.
YouTube, we're on Govs Radio and Limo Talk, correct?
YouTube, GovsRadio.com, and Facebook is live.
Bobby,
and then you can only find us in podcast form.
Right? You're just, it's 41.com?
41.com, yes.
And Zarel, you're Blue Room 138, right? At Blue Room 138 on Twitter.
Yes, at Blue Room 138, and I am officially on a barrage assault of Peter Gammons on Twitter.
Why?
In case you're following me.
Why?
Because if you follow Pete Gammons on Twitter, okay, the man is filled with negative hate. You know, I started following him because he's a baseball guy, and I follow a lot of baseball guys on Twitter, and I get my news, and I love to read about what they're writing about. And I realized shortly after following Pete Gammons that he is now retired, obviously, but all he is filled with is hate and negative energy towards everything, obviously everything Trump and whatever, and that's fine. You can have whatever opinion you want. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But he never has an answer to anything. He just puts out negative statements, and that's it. You know, he offers no, gee, I do it this way, they should do this or whatever. And it's about everything. It's not necessarily about Trump. It's about anything he sees on Twitter. He retweets it.
You got to remember something, though.
View.
Peter Gammons, if you look at Peter Gammons, you see a guy right there who, even worse than Howard Cosell, never played a fucking sport in his life. It doesn't look like anyway. He went into a coma a few years ago, and I think the only thing that came back was his fucking negativity. And the regular, you know, Peter Gammons used to be a little bit better, but before he went into his fucking little coma, he was a lot better than he is now. He came back a miserable fuck. So
he did it. I used to like him.
I don't enjoy him. I don't like him. I like what I heard about the 3 divisions of 10 teams. I like it. I think they should do it.
Yep.
We're going to talk about that later with Mad Dog.
They can play in the home ballparks, not have to travel by plane. Mets, Yankees, Mets, Red Sox, Yankees, Red Sox, Mets, Phillies, Braves.
Yep.
You know, you got the Marlins. I guess you'll have to fly to the Marlins and the Devil Rays, but still, I mean, it's like it would really create something that maybe there wouldn't be anything otherwise.
The Marlins,
so what's wrong with it?
The Marlins will still have more people watching them.
Well, he's not negative about that. He doesn't even mention baseball. That's the amazing part.
Oh, he's just political now?
He's just all political, and I think he's delusional.
Garbage.
And I tweeted him, and I go, Pete, how about an article? And I don't, yell at him or scream or, I'm not derogatory in any way towards him. I ask him straight out, how about an article on the Red Sox cheating scandal? You've been a Red Sox guy for 40 years. Okay. How about writing an article about this poor video guy that they threw under the bus? Okay. And the whole Red Sox organization knew about it. And you can't tell me it was just the video guy's fault. So I barrage him like every day. My buddy Chris, my buddy Horowitz loves it because he follows me on Twitter. And Horowitz calls me. He's like, "You are the best, Rich." He goes, "You are just hammering Gammons every day about writing a Red Sox article."
That's why I turned off. I used to love, as a kid, reading Mike Lupica. And I hate him now. I hate him because he became all Mr. Political bullshit. And these people are all about liberalism and, telling everybody that they're no good unless they're, handing shit out and doing this for, who cares? You're a sports guy. You're supposed to be writing about sports, shooting from the fucking lip. That's what he was, little anecdotes about sports. Let's do it. What happened? He's gone. He became Mr. Political.
They should stick to their strengths because, quite honestly, speaking of Mike Lupica, my son has read just about every one of his books. He writes great books, like sports story books. They're great, but that's what he should stick to. Stick to your strength.
My dad really likes Lupica.
I like Lupica too. I do too.
I like him when he's talking sports. I love him.
Yeah.
I loved him. I thought he was the best. Yeah. And I don't need him to be Mr. Political. I don't want to hear it. It's not what he's there for. It's not what got him where he is. These guys use these jobs with make them famous as stepping stones to start spewing out their bullshit. I don't want to hear your bullshit. Fuck you.
Yeah, Bobby.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Where's it? Hey, Until you see what I'm drinking here.
What are you drinking there, buddy? Fifth Hammer.
I'm drinking that Fifth Hammer Brewing Company.
Nice.
Sour Vision with apricot and blueberry.
Ooh.
Not a big fan.
Nice.
I'm not a big fan of that one too. I like the Pilsner better.
Okay.
Can you imagine if Mike Francesa turned political? Holy shit.
But he has. He has.
He mentions it, but he doesn't really go into it.
His 6 o'clock show now, he's starting to talk politics a lot.
He goes from he's on from 6 to 6:30, right around my nap time.
Greg DiFilippo said hello. Jeff Bosey said hello. Bruno Capolo said hello.
Can I offer up an apology really quick?
Who'd you fuck up now?
No, I didn't fuck up, but I was doing Quarantine Life yesterday, and I was talking tech talk for all my Govs Radio hosts and how to set their shit up and whatnot. And I was talking to Rich for like 3 days straight now, trying to get him ready to go. And when it came time to talk about Rich's show, I couldn't think of Jeff Bosey's name, so I just said, I'm so bad with names, dude. I'm really, just so everyone knows out there that's watching, I am terrible with names, so bad. I'm going to just say it from now on.
You forgot Dr. Fedora's name?
Yeah, exactly. I should just call him Dr. Fedora. But I went, Rich and what's his name? So I apologize, Jeff Bosey. Apologize, Jeff Bosey. That's my bad.
Apologize.
I apologize.
That's all right. He doesn't watch our show anyway.
Well, he didn't watch my show either.
He doesn't anymore. He shares it to his comedy show. He says a couple of things and he gets off now. He doesn't hang with us no more.
He's like, those guys don't want me. They don't want me.
Well, listen, we pushed him to have his own show with Rich, and it was pretty good. Even past the technical stuff.
There you go.
It was fun.
And that's how I look at it. Listen, Bosey's got his own show. He's gone. Nicolia's just a total flop. He's gone. Matt Alvalo's coming back tonight. He's coming back tonight. Charlie Myers, little doses.
Okay.
Michael Zimmerman, smaller doses than Charlie Myers. Teresa Farrell.
What we're doing is we're giving them shows to get them the fuck away from us.
Yes.
They're spin-offs.
Teresa's got her own show.
Everyone doing spin-offs.
She's gone. Danielle Asher's got her own show. She's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Everyone's kind of.
I'm sensing the strategy here.
Yeah, we're like.
Graz.
Yeah.
We are the all in the family.
I was impressed last week when you said to me, maybe I should do my own show.
Any day now.
Time out. I'm a firm believer. You're brilliant. I think these 4 gentlemen together do make great radio. We have a good time. And people have said, from my neighbor, Brian Gosselin, to everybody else, even Al Celeste, the world's oldest intern, who's coming on in a little bit to talk to Gilbert. He says the same thing. We're pretty brilliant. I mean, we're slightly entertaining. Don't you think?
Oh, brilliant.
We're very entertaining. All I know is, though, for the last 4 weeks, I've been looking at Eli Manning's ass behind you. And I want you to readjust your camera a little bit so that I can see his fucking face.
Hold on.
Just have his ass coming out of your ear.
Does that work better? I got the now. Wait, Burge Haratunian from Vital gave me this, and I'm at Vital right now. So
Does it say you need to practice more safe sax?
Safe sax.
He's always blowing his own horn.
Yeah.
So the
those
saxophone's
tooting.
going up Eli Manning's ass. All right. First of all, Bobby,
Nice.
I want to tell you the whole story behind everybody. First of all, I'm pissed off at O'Toole, and I'm going to let him know about it. I let you know. Wait, I let you know yesterday I was pissed off at you, right, Bobby?
Oh, by the way, you tell me I never called you, right? I never call you?
Yes.
Today I called you. I got nothing.
No, yesterday you called me.
I called again today.
Yeah. I got yelled
you?
at about that yesterday.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I called you yesterday, and I got nothing. I was just going to say, hi, how are you? Hope you're feeling good. You know?
Yeah.
Thanks for 2 hours of Eli Manning's ass. You know, I was going to thank you for that. And you didn't even pick up.
I'm sorry, but I was annoyed with you, and I apologize because you never pick up the phone and call me, but I'm better now.
Oh, thank
Better?
God.
Yeah, because we
better
gave him
now.
last week off.
I know where I stand, Michael. He goes to me, he goes, I'm not that way. I go, what do you mean? I go, you can't return a phone call? He goes, if you want that out of me, he goes, I've never been like that.
No, I said I didn't say I'm not that way, which I'd like to tell to Taz, the fucking painter over there, that I'm not that way. And but what I said to you was, I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy who picks up the fucking phone and starts calling people. I just don't.
I know.
I do like texting. Texting is definitely something that
Texting's
you
the
can.
way.
Yeah, it really is. Because I don't need to have a conversation about 2 ideas that are in my head that'll take all of 3 sentences to answer.
Right.
So.
And the other thing is, back when phone machines were good and people were listening, and maybe they were sitting in their living room screening their calls and listening to what you said, I like that better because I used to hope if I called somebody that I got their machine.
Yeah.
If they picked up, I wanted to say, can you please hang up? I don't want to talk to you. I want to leave you a message. Because now talking to the person is a fucking 45-minute investment I didn't want to make.
You know what I liked about the answer machines? Those little tiny cassettes. They were so cute.
Love them.
They're the best. You can put your
They were
G.I.
the
Joe
best.
characters and carry them around. Your G.I. Joe characters can collect cassettes now.
Yeah, I used to have like Terry DiTomaso from the bar when she was bartending for me, and her type of person, they would play 3 minutes of their favorite fucking guitar song, and I'd have to listen to it. And meanwhile, I'm on life support over here, and I'm listening to Eric Clapton's slow hand fucking lead guitar fucking thing, and I'm sitting there going, oh my God. And it's like, hi, can't take your call now. You know what to do. I'm like, yeah, that take 2 seconds. I didn't need to listen to 3 minutes of Eric Clapton playing his fucking lead.
It's true.
Fucking hated
Hey,
that.
Ozzy says hello. He says, what's up? How are you all doing? It's Ozzy from Gubs. Brian Gosselin says,
Oh, Ozzy.
Ozzy, that's the man. Ozzy.
I miss Ozzy.
I miss that guy.
Brian Gosselin, my neighbor, says, my ass and my face look alike.
Your neighbor is Ryan Gosling? That's amazing.
Brian Gosselin, not Ryan Gosling.
Wrong guy. Got it.
Daniel Asher says, this is a good crew, but I think she said before that I let her go. She wanted to stay. No, she's got her own show now. That's a good thing. Soon Al.
Yeah, you did that.
I did that. Soon Al's going to have his own show, right? Al?
Another one he pushed away.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, we got one show that's called Three's Company, right?
Yes.
Three's Company. We were having like 8 men out, and it was just ridiculous. I actually wanted to hurt people, but we were all on like you're not in the same room with me, so I can't really get physical or break out the Uzi and just fire away. I wanted to say some things. Now I'm happy. I like this like this. This is good.
And every so often we can bring on a guest. It's like more
Where
controlled.
can people watch this, Graz?
What?
On the moon.
Where are people watching this?
All right, so they can watch it on gubsradio.com.
They actually could. Wait, time out.
For 4 years.
Yeah, we actually could watch it on the International Space Station if you wanted to.
Time out, O'Toole. What did you say? What did you say?
Facebook, YouTube,
Super ins. What did you say?
gubsradio.com.
I said the guy's been on our show for 4 years. Now he's asking where he can pick it up.
GubsRadio.com.
Where
I thought he
have
was
you been
banned.
now?
I guess because I thought he was banned from Facebook over there.
All right, time out a minute. Anyway, Al, you're supposed to be coming in on the 19s and the 38s to talk to Gilbert.
You got 3 minutes.
You got 3 minutes. Why are you on from 5:10 on, Al?
Well, he had to work on his technology. I think he was checking it. He was going in and out before,
you,
just
Michael
testing
O'Toole.
things. I had an idea over here what was going on. I was trying to rename him every time he came back in the
All right,
room.
you know what? I'll sign out and I'll come back in 2 minutes.
No,
No, don't do
you're gonna
that.
lose your
That's
speaker.
all right. You stay.
You're gonna lose your audio.
You're gonna lose your spot.
I don't have anybody else on. The only one that's coming on, we have mystery guest at 9:45. We have Al Celeste traffic reports at 19 and 38.
Hold on.
And 19 and 38 with Gilbert Godfrey.
Mystery guest, does that person know how to enter the meeting without having their name at the bottom of the corner?
I asked the mystery guest. I did ask the mystery guest that. And he said he would try. He's going to come on with sunglasses. And
Now we know it's a
hoodie.
he.
Yeah.
Sunglasses and a hoodie. Yeah, there you go. I gave it up already.
Does this person have blonde hair so I can knock down my Guess Who characters?
I'm not telling you anything about that. All I can tell you, it's somebody that knows you, Mr. O'Toole.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
All right?
Okay.
Oh, so it's his co-host from the ward.
It's not Pete.
It's not a co-host from the ward.
It's Pete.
Aren't you
Pete.
supposed to be shutting your light and talking to Al in about a couple of minutes?
Al's got 2 minutes.
Nah, I'm
2
not
minutes
doing
now.
it.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Nah, it's too much echo in here. I think we're going to have to do Steve Summers.
I like that. I like Steve.
Me here,
Summers?
you there.
There you are, and here I am on a fan.
You've ruined everything. I planned this whole thing all week, and now you're changing it 15 minutes
Well, you got to remember something, Graz.
Go
When
ahead,
I was
Steve.
trying to call you,
in. Yes.
it was to tell you that it was going to be me and not Gilbert, but you didn't pick up.
It's the
So
phone
hold
call.
on, Mr.
So
Summers.
as usual,
And the
you
one.
are uninformed.
And the one, 866-540-9325. WFAN.
Hold on now, all right, Steve. Al, go ahead. It's Al's traffic and sports report. Go ahead, Al.
Hey, Schmooze, how are you?
How you doing there, Al, from the car? How you doing? How you be?
I'm great now that I'm talking. All right, listen.
As always, as usual, Al is going to give us the weather and the traffic report overnight under the covers. And now with the pandemic, we're always under the covers and we're always from the bedroom. So Al, tell us where we should go and how it looks out there.
Listen, you can go just about anywhere because there's nobody on the road. And there's nobody on the roads now, especially now it's just started downpouring. But who gives a shit about that? Everybody's home. They're nice and warm and having
And
a
that's
beer.
what we like to hear. The guy who comes on, gives us the weather, and says, who gives a shit? You know, it's raining out, and really, who gives a shit? It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic. We're going nowhere. We're going nowhere. You're not leaving the house. It could be beautiful out. You're still sitting at home. Are you breathing out?
You know what now? Good news today, if you're a NASCAR fan, they announced that they're returning to racing on the 17th of May at Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. That's pretty good. Nobody will be in the stands, but it's
They're
good.
going to have no stand, nobody in the stands, and nobody driving the car.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that, they just had this. They're doing this virtual racing. They're calling it the iInvitation.
Yeah, I had that too. It was called Hot Wheels.
Al, what are they going to do about the guys in the pit that need to change the tires and be right up against each other?
What about that?
They'll be all masked up and shit. Who knows?
Yeah, they all have helmets on anyway, I guess. But what if they...
Oh, they do wear suits and gloves. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to look
Bobby,
like
it's
a
the
radiation leak.
It's the greatest sports report ever. Oh, they'll be putting on the tires and that shit too. It's great.
Yeah.
They're all covered
They're
up.
going to be putting on tires and doing all that shit, which is nice.
Stevie never curses.
I have a source who tells me that the Major League
Source?
Baseball. Yeah, I got a sports
Ooh.
source, man.
Oh, wait.
Sports Sauce.
They're considering
Could it
100
possibly
game season.
be Peter Gammons?
I heard you talking about Peter Gammons before. I like that analogy as well. To Howard Cosell never played a day of sports in their lives. Anyway, they're considering a 100-game season with 3 divisions, 10 teams in each division based on the geography. And they believe that the first pitch will be thrown out no later than
Memorial
July
Day.
2nd.
Oh,
July
2nd.
Yeah.
Thanks, Al. Pop out. You're done.
I think when they come back, they should allow the hot dog vendors to just walk up and down the aisles.
Nobody in the
Say,
stadium.
hey, hot dog, so
They
we
gotta
can
say-
hear it on TV.
Hot dog. Beer here.
Be here.
And the 7th inning stretch will feature take no one out to the ball game.
Well, the vendors, they need to keep in shape too, don't they?
We're gonna do take no one out to the ball game, and everyone at home will sing along.
How's it go? Schmooze?
You know what? I smell a parody that it would take off.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
That's
Schmooze.
good.
Start us off. Don't take
Take
me out.
no one out to the ball game. There's no one sitting in the crowd.
There you go.
Don't
I
buy
can
peanuts.
eat no peanuts and crackers, Jack. I don't have to leave, and I don't have to come back.
No peanuts or Cracker Jacks. No
All right, Al. Thanks.
concession.
See you on the 38th, Al. Thanks.
Okay.
Oh, it's a beautiful night, whether it's raining or not.
There you are, and here I am on a fan.
You hear me there.
I'm even an echo of schmoozes.
And behind the glass is the inevitable, the inconceivable.
Did you like the Super Ins photos?
What?
Did you like the Super Ins photos?
So, it's raining, huh?
You don't even like that one. I thought it was a great picture of you.
The
It
mustache
doesn't
on the
look
cape was
anything
good.
like me, okay?
The bulge wasn't big enough. That's what it was.
My
No,
right
it's
knee was over my left. You can't see.
Yes,
But-
you can. You had a bulge. You look. Yeah, you were packing. She gave you a package.
That fucking looks like. I don't know who the fuck that looks. I like a drug dealer from fucking Mexico.
Well, we
It
can't
don't look
see
like
him.
me.
Show us.
It's El Chapo in a cape.
All right.
I don't know who she's drawing.
She loves you. I told
I
her.
don't think so.
Yeah, I would. That's debatable.
I truly don't believe that.
I was
That was
furious. I was O'Toole. You know, I was furious with you. You know that, right?
About what?
Well, on Monday I posted a thing for the work with Mike and Pete
Oh, thanks. That was very nice of you.
with a little sarcastic remark on Facebook,
Oh, as usual.
and it was taken down during the course of the day.
No, it wasn't.
So I
Well-
thought Kaminsky took it down or alerted you and took it down. So I was like, did you just fucking censor me?
No. I what happened was, to give you the background of it, the post went up, and I was contacted by our guest, Timber Ales, our buddy Jay, and he said that you have the right logo for the dude that's mixing up a homebrew batch, but the lettering was somebody else's logo, and he's kind of been working on trying not to copyright it, obviously. Other people have done it before by accident, same thing. So he reached out to me and said, listen, I'll give you a high-resolution image with the real writing so we don't have any copyright issues. I said, no problem. So I had to take that post down, which eliminated from Instagram and Facebook. So then
I
I
thought you
then
fucking
replaced
censored
it.
me,
But
dude.
that also, when you...
Thinking the worst.
Yeah. When you actually take down a post, you take down all the comments that are with it, so...
Hold on. What did you just say? Brought up?
I didn't say anything. That was Al.
No, that was you. I saw your fucking lips move. What did you say, smart ass?
Listen, dick fuck. I didn't say anything. All right. I was actually watching the clip of
You know,
Yankees
Graz, I'm
Mets
sitting
Subway
here-
Series.
Ooh, that's on
okay?
right now?
No, it's actually on Twitter. I'm watching a clip of when the Yankees lit up Johan Santana with 3 home runs in a row, Cano, Swisher, and then Jones. So my lips were probably moving going, oh, because the reaction of Swisher running around the bases, because he was the 3rd home run against Santana, was priceless. The smile was from ear to ear.
Dick fuck. What were you saying, Bob, to me? What were you about to say?
No, I'm telling you right now, I was sitting here listening. I wasn't doing anything. I was listening, and I didn't hear Rich make a noise, nothing.
So you heard it too.
So you're hearing things.
Listen, Rich.
Oh, by the way,
Wow.
now that you mentioned
He's
it,
pointing at the screen. I'm pointing at the screen. You right there in that box.
You, that box over
I
there.
said it.
Shut
there
up,
you
Al.
go.
Shut
I
up,
said
Al.
it
You're
was
not supposed
Al.
to be
I
talking.
said it was Al.
Now,
Al didn't say it. Go ahead, Bob.
the Mets have had a great week again.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't lost any games.
Undefeated.
As a matter of fact, they won both of their World Series all over again.
I saw it on TV, yeah.
And Johan Santana again pitched a no-hitter.
That guy's amazing.
And I just can't get over how well they're playing.
It's unbelievable.
It is crazy.
They brought back Daniel Murphy. He's hitting the shit out of the ball.
Go figure.
And I love that they brought back Curtis Granderson. I like him.
I have a DVR, so I DVR'd that Daniel Murphy game where he saw that third base was open and ran right through second and went over to third, and I kept rewinding it. Just watching him just take one little peek and go, oh, there's no one covering third. I'm going to go all the way. That was a playoff game, if I recall.
You're right.
It was a lapse of judgment on, I forget who they were playing at the time, but just utterly disgusting. I'm like, holy crap. I just still don't understand watching the play over and over again how they screwed up covering third. Isn't that like something you train for your whole life in every situation?
Only from Little League. Only from Little League.
No, come on. They do it in spring training. They go over those drills. Where to be, where to go.
No. I'm saying you learn that in Little League. You don't forget it.
Oh, I got you.
Someone's got to cover the base. Yes. I mean, if there's a play coming home from left field, the third baseman's the cutoff man. The shortstop rotates out and covers third.
Right.
All right. Or if he forgets or he falls or has a fucking heart attack or an aneurysm, then the pitcher can go run and do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but someone's got to do it.
And on that play, I think I did watch the pitcher, and he was just watching the play from the mound. He wasn't doing anything. He was just standing there. And then he pushes the glove over to third base, like, hey, how come no one's over there?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That was your job.
I can't watch it no more. I mean, I'm tired of watching the replays.
There's some that I miss, and
I
there's
wish
some
they would just show different ones.
that I see a lot.
Yeah, they show the same ones over and over. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They gotta mix it up, more and more. Just show different ones.
Right now on SNY, they have Mets in Minnesota, a classic from 2016. I don't think I've seen this one, so there's still some I haven't seen.
Frank Rapuzzi says hi. Elizabeth Batabee, I miss Gov's radio, the green room, and put up a shut up. So she misses the other shows. What about my show?
Well, she misses them all.
Missing it.
Wait, Put Up and Shut Up is on every Saturday.
Mark Meyer says, Anthony Graziadei, what's with Biden having Michael Obama as vice president? He's asking you, Bobby.
Why?
And then Rob Baradas called me a stuttering prick.
That might be true.
Go ahead.
What they're saying that Michelle Obama is going to be his VP pick?
I guess so.
Who said that?
I don't know. Mark Meyer said, what's with Biden having Mike Obama, I guess Michelle Obama as vice president?
Listen,
he
fine.
Didn't say that. I don't know.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever's going to have them get Trump out of there for me right now. I mean, not that I don't mind the way the country has been going, to be honest with you, from my perspective. Politics. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. In recent light, I watch both sides. I truly do. I listen to Hannity. I listen to extreme both sides. And
Anderson Cooper?
And yeah, sure. And I develop my own ideas. I don't lean to one side.
I have my own ideas, and I just want one of them to fucking agree with me. That's
exactly it. I think you hit it on the head.
I do the same thing. I watch both too.
And you're right. I want to meet somewhere in the middle where this is not just craziness on either side. I really do. I wish we could find somewhere.
Bottom line for me is this. Joe Biden is fucking bug nuts. He's fucking gone. All right, he's batshit. He's gone.
I don't disagree.
All right, he's talking about the fucking hair on his legs and how little girls go up to him in the pool. He's talking about things like I'm running for senator. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Well, who's the candidate that just decided they're jumping into the race as a undeclared or different party? Who was that? I just got a message the other day saying,
I don't know.
Could that? Yeah, I got some. I had to go back to my message. No, it was someone of reputable, and I said, "Oh, well, that makes sense because if no one really agrees with either side, or if they do, they're just so extreme either way. How would it be nice for someone like me who doesn't agree with the extremes but wants something, really bipartisan where it really makes sense? How come there's not someone out there for me?" And at this time,
I'm not there for you, my friend. I'm not there for you. Listen, we're gonna make radio great again.
Yeah,
radio's gonna be great again.
Listen, business-wise, I thought
this quarantine, I'm not happy. Okay, I'm not happy.
Why are you not happy, Mr. Trump?
I want people out. I want people at restaurants. I want people out spending money. And I want O'Toole to be on my team and be a Make America Great Again guy.
Well,
okay?
President,
make radio great again.
Mr. President, here's how you get me on your side, okay? Because I was on your side in certain times throughout the last 3.5 years. And here's the deal. It's all of that you gave to me, and then you lost it when I see clips of you or read articles. And by read articles, I mean manuscripts, not the press reporting it. I'm talking about your exact words that you said on a stage somewhere in God knows where, and it sounds like crazy talk, and it bothers me. So tell me, how can you fix the way you're talking so it applies to more people like me who are semi-intelligent that can't believe all the craziness, and I'm not just watching you for the entertainment value.
You lost him at hello.
There's too much of the question.
Example of what's crazy. I don't know. Bottom line is this. The economy was going great.
It was.
People were working.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was enjoying themselves. They all had red hats with MAGA on them.
Okay.
We're all happy. Good, beautiful people wearing MAGA hats. And then Joe Biden created the coronavirus.
Yes, he did.
He's about to China.
From China.
Biden's going to be on Morning Joe tomorrow morning addressing the allegations of sexual misconduct. Yes, sir. Tune in. MSNBC, 6 a.m. Joe Biden.
You got to know
Mr. Trump, do you believe Joe Biden's touched a sexual harassment?
Hand up the dress.
Absolutely, I do. He's a weird person. He's a strange person. He's not a good person. Okay. Bottom line is this. Okay, listen. He's lost his fucking mind. Okay. All I said was, grab some pussy. Joe Biden is grabbing pussy. All right? He's grabbing little girls. He's kissing their heads and smelling their hair. I don't do that. I don't do that. I talk. He does. Okay? He's a pervert. Pervert.
Okay.
I don't think there's any president since I've been born that I've agreed 100% with. So for me, I guess that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone that, just appeals to me up and down. I know, it never will. And it won't appeal to anybody in the whole country.
I'm the same way. Nobody's going to agree with anybody.
If Trump has to lose, okay, and I do support Trump, if he has to lose, I can't deal with him losing to Joe Biden. I could deal with him losing to Governor Cuomo. I could.
But even then,
and I like Cuomo's leadership skills. I like the fact, I don't always agree with him. I certainly don't. But at least he's a doer. He grabs the bull by the horns. He's listening to all people. He doesn't just sit there and goes, this is what I'm doing. The hell when you all. He doesn't do that. He listens to everyone. He does.
He's a good project manager.
I would prefer him running with maybe, I wouldn't be upset if he won. I would not be upset if he won. I'd be like, all right, I can deal with him. I think he's done a great job.
He has done a great job. I watch him pretty much every day. But then there's people out there that, scrutinize. And then I read those scrutinies and I look back at tape and I look back at what he said. And then there are downfalls in everybody's character and everybody's decision making. It's such a tough thing to do and what we've gone on and what we've done, I don't know if there would be anybody else that could ever do it as well as he did, or ever had, or ever could. But no matter who it was, it's going to come under scrutiny, and there's still going to be pitfalls, and there's still going to be some issues that he's going to have to work out. Like, how did he not know that they were burying all those bodies on that island just off the coast of the Bronx? How did he not know of certain things that are going on? And listen, I know he's bombarded with a million different things, but there are certain things that, as a mayor in this crisis, and everyone's just streaming information.
You talking about de Blasio or?
No. I'm talking about Cuomo.
Oh, because you just said.
Did I say mayor?
Right?
I meant governor. Sorry. No, how he didn't know that they were just mass graves being dug and put on that island. I forget the name of the island, but it's.
I never heard this.
Oh yeah,
I never heard this. I never heard
You
this
serious?
either. But why? But listen, the first stop on that train has got to be De Blasio. I mean, yeah, Cuomo should be aware too, but De Blasio has done zero to
Actually,
really be aware of anything that's honestly going on.
Well, de Blasio was on there today with him.
Actually, that's not what they're burying over there. What they're burying over there are people who voted against Hillary in the 2016 election. The Clintons are the one burying people.
Look, I don't think they're illegally burying them. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, for the people that may be homeless or prisoners without next of kin, but it was a mass grave. There was drone footage of these people, hundreds of people being buried in these mass graves.
Wow.
Is this in Brooklyn? The people in the U-Haul trucks?
No, that was yesterday.
Horrible.
That was yesterday. This was weeks ago. This was when all those death tolls were in the 700s.
Well, then where is the De Blasio task force that he set up and put his wife in charge of? So where is that task force to be aware of those things, Mike?
I don't know.
That's what I would like to know.
There's human error all over the place, but I guarantee that's what's going to happen no matter who's in charge.
Our viewership is going down as you guys talk politics.
No, we're not talking politics.
I don't think any of this happens if you got a guy like Bloomberg as the mayor or somebody else that's an actual person that takes action and does things like Cuomo. You know what I mean?
It was
De Blasio is just full of air. Yeah. That's all he does is give you lip service. He has no plan for anything.
This was on Hart Island, so it's right near Rikers.
I heard about it.
And it is a
mass grave.
It's the city cemetery on Hart Island and the Potter's Field Cemetery. So it's a cemetery, but it's an abandoned. It's an old. I think I did the research on it back when they showed it. It was an old military installation for a while, back in like the 1800s. And then it ended up becoming like an overflow for prisoners. And then it became back to military during World War II. And then all the buildings that they built in the 1930s or 20s, 30s, and 40s to house barracks, stuff like that, were all abandoned. And then the entire island became a cemetery. But in this particular thing, they're not burying them individually with headstones or anything. It is just a huge ditch with hundreds of people put in there.
Yeah,
and so the question, came up at one of the daily things, and he went, I don't know anything about it. Meanwhile, there's drone footage on the news. There's stuff. I don't know how you don't know about things, but again, this
says over 1 million.
There might be. I mean, there's mass graves there from the early 1800s. It's not just now. So there's a lot of people buried on that island.
All right, Mike.
Yeah.
Ozzy wants me to make an announcement. He wants us to announce that Governors is having a laugh off. Please check out and vote. Go to govs.com. They're having a laugh off. Also, I'm supposed to want to promote the club a little bit. Once the governor decides that we can start going back to normal, the club has got some new guidelines. All 3 clubs have been sanitized. That's Bohemia, McGuire's, and Governors here in Levittown. I'm sorry, I'm at Vital. I think I'm in Levittown. There's going to be a new table distance. They're going to cut the amount of people that are allowed in the club. So Governors is getting ready to open up. Going to bring some new comedians. I think Dice is coming back. Graz might come on the stage with
Dice.
41. You never know. We might throw Al Celeste on there. To do a traffic.
How you doing, Al?
There you go.
Al, I need to hear the weather report and the traffic.
Yeah, we missed your spot.
Go ahead, Gilbert.
Hello, Al.
I'm in the helicopter, and it's pretty shaky up here. Got a lot of rain going on. Nobody on the road, and we're crashing and burning there. So there's no difference than 20 minutes ago. There's still nobody on the fucking roads, and it's raining.
I just visited 400 people at the cemetery, all in one grave.
Those
I
poor
got
people.
there in 3 minutes to Brooklyn.
Holy shit.
Gilbert, do
Gilbert, are
you?
you making an appearance when when Governors opens up again?
Absolutely.
Good.
I'm wearing a face mask.
When
I
you
do
gonna wear a face
When I
mask?
do my show, I'm wearing a face mask.
Like a hockey face mask?
No. What do they call it though? I-95.
Hey, Gilbert.
I-95.
The I-95. It's the LIE.
I-95.
You know, Gilbert, you always struck me as a man's man, so I'm sure you must be excited that the UFC plans on going forward with their UFC number 249. Go figure.
Is it gonna
May
be
9th.
on an island? Do they go
What
through
does
the island?
UFC stand for? You fucking cunt. What is that?
Holy shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That'll get the listeners
Gilbert,
back.
what are you doing? What are you doing, Gilbert?
Red alert.
I'm
You guys
getting
got to
you.
chase their kids out of the room over there. Rich is telling his kid to go upstairs.
No, he's not. He's cursing. Gilbert, watch
I
yourself.
got my earbuds in. That's all right. It's only me.
All right, there you go. Yeah, so
I
Is
that's
that what you call them, earbuds?
That's what I call them.
Gilbert likes anything he can stick in an orifice.
There you go. That's what I call an earbud.
AirPods.
So, how's the weather, Al?
The same as it was 20 minutes ago. Hey, did you hear this one? Did you
Go
watch
ahead,
the
Al. I haven't heard a lot. Go ahead, Al.
Al's gonna tell us a joke.
No, I'm not telling you a joke. No, did you guys? Well, I'm not a basketball fan, but they had
Three
that
guys walk into a bar.
documentary. What? I
A
hate
priest,
you.
a rabbi, and
Go ahead, Al.
And a COVID-19 patient all walk into a bar. Who's wearing the mask?
The 495 mask. All right.
Gilbert.
Done?
Al, do you have a question for Gilbert?
Oh, I don't have a question for Gilbert. I asked my question to Gilbert. He's already answered it.
Al, I got to ask you something. I know for a fact that you called Gilbert twice this week to try to go over your sports reports, correct?
I did. I wanted to make sure that we were on the same page.
Okay, so now you're talking to Gilbert, and you come on, and you look like you're lost. You got to get ready for the second half. The second half is the most important.
See, there you go again. You're talking about shit you don't even know about.
What?
Because we get Bobby. You want to tell him?
I tried to call you, Graz, and you didn't answer.
There you go.
Okay.
As far as same pages go, I'm looking all over my house for pages. There are no pages in my house. I haven't bought a newspaper in a month. I don't have any loose leaf or anything else. So we're winging it. Ha ha!
I would be playing Communication Breakdown by Led Zeppelin right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Go insane.
And then we'd be
Alright,
getting
seems
hit
like
with
there's a
copyright problems on Facebook.
With copyright problems on Facebook, because there is a communication breakdown occurring between
And I want to
Graz.
say that the opening song tonight, I found disturbing.
That was, well, unfortunately, Gilbert, O'Toole finds these live versions, and they're not as good as the regular ones.
Live version of what?
That was the Killers called Caution. Did you not
Oh.
like it?
I didn't never heard it before.
Never heard it before.
Okay. O'Toole.
I guess I've been too cautious.
All right, hold on. Gilbert, people are asking me questions here, all right? First of all, Mark Myers wants to know, Gilbert, do you think that this is their plan, that they're going to get Biden in, and then he's going to drop dead, and they're going to bring Michelle Obama as the president?
I don't think they can plan that well. However, why are we talking about Michelle Obama?
Why you go back to politics?
Because this guy keeps asking me questions on Facebook, and they're asking.
That doesn't mean you have to answer him.
Tell him he can call me personally.
Give him your number.
I will do that. Al, you got any more questions for Gilbert?
No, you know what, Gilbert? Listen, Gilbert made a surprise appearance because, you know, I spoke to him today and he said he wasn't going to come on, but, you know, I'm glad he decided to come in. No traffic out there, so it probably took him 10 minutes to get there.
Well, thanks, Al.
Yes. For the first time in my life, I can drive faster than a helicopter.
So,
I'm actually
Gilbert,
going to go out with some friends and cause a traffic jam for fun.
Just for shits and giggles.
Gilbert, did you like the Bulls, the Michael Jordan documentary?
Well, I was going down that road. Now you're going to take my story away?
Well, Al, you know what? I'm better prepared than you. All right, we'll see.
He's
you
trying to
on the
lead the horse. Trying to lead the horse to water. Just can't make him drink it.
So you know what? The story, even with that story there, Dennis Rodman takes a mid-season vacation, goes to Vegas, hangs out. But how about Phil Jackson playing 1973 and 74 on acid?
Nice.
I think the whole time he was running the Knicks, he was on acid.
Still.
They did win a championship, 73. Last time they did win.
Phil Jackson used to look like he came from Woodstock.
He's a big hippie.
He's a 7-foot hippie. Imagine going to Woodstock and just seeing Phil Jackson's head pop out of the crowd. He'd be the tallest one there.
1973, no one would have recognized him.
It's true.
He was ugly looking, man. He's got his shoulders and shit like that.
Triangle, bitch.
Yes. If anybody could ever be considered a spare part on a team, it was Phil Jackson on the 73 Knicks. He was about as valuable as Tim Bogar on the Mets.
That's why he felt he could take some acid and still play.
Yes. He didn't think the coach was going to say, Phil, get in there. What?
Like Max Mickey?
Uh-oh. I'm tripping.
Is that Madonna?
Phil, we're up by 30. Get in there. I got money on the game, and I was trying to cover only 10 points. Get in the game, Phil.
Hey.
I preferred Hawthorne Wingo.
Hawthorne Wingo. Holy shit.
There's a name.
Holy shit. All right, Gilbert.
You know what happens to the guy who sucks on the team, right?
What happens?
Something you should know.
Coach.
All right.
Because he spends so much time on the bench.
He's the mensch on the bench?
The mensch on the bench. And with that, I am going to sign off.
Goodbye, Gilbert.
Goodbye.
All right. Jacob Mizrahi, he says hello. He says, no respect. Joan Croupier said, Bobby, why did you invite Graz on the show tonight?
Good call, Joe.
Greg DiFilippo said, cheers, Richie. I just cracked a Stella myself. Mark Myers says, the USA will prevail. God bless us. Gina Kajemi Crawford says, Graz, you got a nice ass. Thank you.
Cheers. Who has? You have one?
Mark Myers said, everybody is at Potter's Field. Is that it, Michael?
Yes, Potter's Field on Hart Island. Yep.
Okay.
Potter's Field, isn't that from It's a Wonderful Life, Mr. Potter?
Yes.
Over in Potter's Field?
Yeah.
Potter's Field.
I run you out of town on a rail.
Or how about, like Richie brought up before, there was a truck full of dead bodies just leaking out. How did we let that one go?
In Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, it's been going on for weeks.
Wait,
Yeah.
Rich,
Weeks.
Where is that funeral home?
Brooklyn.
Flatlands. In Flatlands, Brooklyn.
So bottom line is this. You rent a U-Haul, you fill it with dead bodies, and return it.
Several
Hold
U-Hauls.
on, guys. Our mystery guest is here. Is that correct? I see mystery guest.
Oh, I see somebody with glasses and a mask.
Yes.
Hi, good evening, mystery guest. It's Graz. How are you?
Hello, Graz. How are you?
I'm great. How's everything?
Doing all right.
Good. I know that you're a big fan of Limo Talk and the work with Mike and Pete.
I know who it
Which
is
one do you
automatically.
prefer more, mystery guest?
Oh, always Limo Talk. Limo
Thank
Talk
you.
is always the best.
That's
You should
great.
have
Thank
got something to disguise your voice because I knew you immediately.
You
What'd you
don't
pay
know
him
who
to
it
say
is.
that?
Yes, I do.
You know who that is?
Absolutely.
I'll give you one guess. Go ahead.
Mark from Hopscotch.
Oh
You
yeah.
fucking asshole. I fucking hate you.
Well, he has nice hair. Mark has really nice.
Mark, say hello to Bobby
Thick
and
to-
Zarello.
wow, I would-
What the
Hey.
fuck
You
is
know-
that? Holy shit. That's a Bobby and Zarello mustache.
Nice.
Look at that mustache.
Look at that
You look like
stash.
a porn star.
Wow,
Whoa.
that's impressive. That's a
Oh,
Freddie
man.
Mercury.
Yeah,
That's
it is
Freddie
a Freddie.
Mercury right there.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mark, you know Bobby
Hey.
the Voice. That's Richie Zarelli, and that's Al. Is Al still with us? And that's Al Celeste, the world's oldest intern.
Hey, Richie,
All right.
Al, how are you?
All
How
right.
you doing, man?
You know
And
Bobby, right?
how are you?
That's a damn good mustache.
Yeah.
That is.
All right, Mark.
Comes down the sides a little. That's
Yeah.
good.
It's nice.
Nice.
Mark, the
Show on Netflix. The guy's got a mustache like that. They call him porn stash.
Nice.
All right, Mark. First of all, today we got the okay from the bosses to be able to promote some businesses here on Govs Radio. So, first of all, I know that you guys are in Deer Park. Give me a little promo about what you do at Hopscotch.
So we are a hybrid. We're a bottle shop, so you can come in and purchase bottles and cans of craft beer, local and in the U.S. as well as the world. And you can also drink on site. Currently, you can't now, but so we do. We got a mix of all different types of foods. So craft grilled cheeses. What else do we do? Pretzels, meat and cheese boards, all good stuff.
When
We got craft beer and craft cheese. The name brand cheese, craft.
yeah.
Yes, and
with a K.
Yeah, K with a K.
They're in slices and little pieces of plastic. They just unwrap them and hand them to you with your beer. They
The
put them on the top.
2020 version of wine and cheese.
Yes.
Millennials love their.
I like peeling off the clear paper. You know, it's like, you put a toothpick in it.
It's the
We have
best.
polio as well.
Polio. I used to like folding my American cheese as many times as I could to break it, and
Yep.
then put a toothpick in it.
Yeah. I like to peel it off piece by piece, like Eucharist at church, just one by one, just on the tongue.
That's called the blessing. The blessing.
Oh, by the way, Mark, that's Gilbert Gottfried. He comes in.
No, that's
every
not
once in a
Bill
while.
Gilbert Gottfried. That was the fucking guy from A Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
All right. So,
They don't want you to do. They want you to do the blessing. Hell no, Bethany. Did the house burn down? That's fucking.
Mark, when I come pick
They
up,
didn't buy a new
oh,
house.
you know the whole scene, don't you, Bob?
Yeah.
At
Bobby,
any
is
point,
there a scene that you don't know?
Yeah, the scene that you're in. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Fuck you. You know what? I don't want to talk to you. So, Mark from Hopscotch, during this pandemic, how are you doing?
Can I just tell a quick story? Hopscotch. Hopscotch is the name of your company?
Yes.
This is fucked up. I'm at Home Depot today, right? And you got to be 6 feet apart with the X's on the ground. I got my mask on, and I got my rubber gloves on. I'm ready to get a wagon because I don't want to touch anything. And there's two people behind me speaking French. And the girl, young girl, is going to her older, I guess, aunt, mother, sister, whatever it was. She's going, no, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And she's going like this, 1, 2, and she's going like that. I go, let me ask you a question. The way you're pointing to the ground, I speak a little French, and I heard her saying, I'm gonna hop to the next spot in the line playing this. And I go, are you talking about hopscotch? And she goes, oui, hopscotch.
it's exciting.
Now here you come on from hopscotch.
Destiny.
Life is strange, man.
It does work
My
in
life
mysterious
is
ways.
totally full circle now.
That's great.
Damn.
A 12-hour.
Now we
full
got to go to
cycle.
Hopscotch and have beer and cheese.
Yes.
First of all, I'm trying to share the show on your site. Why do I have restrictions you won't let me share on your personal site there, Mark Anthony Dublé?
What do you mean? What can't you do?
I don't know. I can't share the show on your site.
He's trying to share it to you so you can then post it out.
Yeah.
On Hopscotch?
Yeah.
No, on Mark Anthony Dublé. I think I hear an African-American gentleman coming up the stairs.
Smokey.
Smokey.
Well,
let's hear from
Mark.
Hopscotch.
Yeah.
Look at him. Uh-oh.
He's in. Turn it around. Look where he is. Hold on. He's in my studio. Hi.
There he is. Look at that. Anthony's not wearing pants.
I am wearing pants, O'Toole. I'm wearing pants, Smoke.
Can we get back to Mark's promotion?
Your ass is showing.
All right.
Mark is doing a promotion. We'll get to Smokey in a minute.
See,
Smokey, stand by. That's a big fucking hat you got on there, Smokey.
Smokey, say hello to Mark from Hopscotch.
Mark from Hopscotch.
What's up, Smokey?
What's up, Mark?
How's it going, man?
He's still connected to audio.
He's got a bottle company in Deer Park. He's got good
Look
beer,
at him.
Smoke.
He's got a smoke. Where are you going to put that?
Company.
You got to have a
Smoke,
cutout.
could you put that down, please? Not here, please. Please put that away.
It's a cigar. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Mark, two things before you give us a quick promo. When I come pick up my artisanal beers, I'm gonna also probably throw in an order for a grilled cheese from you guys from Ryan. I want him to whip me up some fancy schmancy, really awesome picturesque grilled cheese.
Actually, next week he's putting out I don't know if he wants me to say it or not, chicken and dumplings grilled cheese, which I'm very excited for.
Ooh, that sounds good.
We'll make a day of the show call. We'll make that call.
Are you getting those guys on?
Yeah.
Are they coming on
Yeah.
the show?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I was going back and forth in email to be on May 11th.
Don't talk about that show here.
What,
that show is not allowed to be talked about.
The show?
I'm on suspension, and I thought I got fucking censored. I don't want to talk about that show.
Can we bring up
Mark,
why you're on suspension so I can get everyone on my side?
Hold on a minute. Yeah, hold on, Bobby. You listen to this smoke.
That's a great idea.
Hold on, Mark. 1 second. Listen, world oldest intern Richie. Go ahead, O'Toole. Tell the story.
Should I tell it while I'm showing my new T-shirts that I'm selling online?
There
they are.
Free Free Graz.
So
I want to hear the shirt, O'Toole. I want to hear the story, O'Toole.
Listen, I heard you were making T-shirts for the show, so I decided I'm gonna jump ahead of you. I'm gonna make my own T-shirts, and I'm gonna sell them, and they'll sell like hotcakes.
Oh, no, you're not.
Why does everything got to sell like hotcakes?
Like hotcakes.
What? How are these hotcakes selling? Where are they selling these hotcakes all over the place?
Probably not as good as masks.
Everyone says that.
And toilet paper.
They're going to sell like hotcakes.
Sell like toilet paper.
I've never gone out and said, I got to go get some fucking hotcakes.
Today. Now.
Everybody's coming home. They're all pulling into the driveway. They all got fucking hotcakes.
And hopscotch bottles.
Yeah.
And hopscotch.
I'll tell the story really quick, and I'll try to give you the light version so no one gets bored. So we had a interview with a brewery in New York, not local Long Island, thank God. And what happens is it was one of our first virtual shows. So we started the show almost right away as soon as we all joined in. And usually in the studio, as you guys know, Graz does his little thing and says hello, and then becomes Anthony for a few moments. And then when the mics go on, he's Graz, right? Just breaking down the fourth wall really quick. Why is it always the fourth wall, Bobby? How come we can't just tear apart the ceiling, right? So Graz didn't have a chance to kind of introduce himself to our guests, and goes off on the show and decides to be Graz without anybody giving them prior knowledge of what's going on. So they had no clue.
Just being a dick.
Yeah, pretty much. And he,
fuck you.
In all of our opinions on our show and our guests and our hosts, and even when I tell the story, or he could tell the story exactly what he said and what happened, and I'll correct him because he's probably wrong, but what he said for what he does for our show wasn't out of the realm of what Graz says. So it was in his ballpark. and it was out of line for them, but it wasn't out of line for us because we have said way worse shit when we're in front of people, and then when we go to break, it's like we're all hugging and hanging out. But they didn't have a chance for that, so it's a little different situation when we go to these virtual shows, and if we don't prep our guests, which now we know, and we do it in the studio too, but they had no idea, so they took offense. I can't change the way people feel about things that are said. I can't fix that. There's nothing I'm going to say that's going to change their mind. So it ended up that it was a lost show. We had to delete it. They called us. We had to make lots of phone calls within 24 hours to try to smooth things over. They're a big enough brewery that if the word got out that they think we're doing wrong by breweries, it could have destroyed our show. So thank God for our phone calls. Pete and I was on the phone for a good half hour to 40 minutes with one of them right after the show, and then we all made phone calls to individuals the day after the show, and we came to a compromise that, we'll forget it all happened. No one will say anything either way, and we'll have to ditch the show and pretend like it never happened. And from that, we suspended Anthony on double secret probation.
And rightfully so.
He won't even let me call in.
I didn't say you couldn't call in. You just can't come into the thing. I have to be able to censor you in case someone doesn't know what's going on.
Who does, Mark? Can I ask you something? You've been around me a long time, Mark.
Yeah.
Should I be censored?
Yes.
Shut up, Smoke.
I can totally see what Mike is saying, that if you didn't prep anybody beforehand, I could totally understand that.
I'll say that prepping is on me. I didn't think about it because of this whole thing. This was one of our first shows that we were doing virtually. So I didn't even think about that element. I thought everyone would be cool. Most of the brewers we meet are cool. They get the concept that we're trying to be funny, and we poke fun at each other all the time. It just was too much for them, and they couldn't handle it. And so, again, that's not their fault. How they feel is how they feel. But it ended up being a pretty big deal that we could have ruined a reputation that took us about 2.5 years to build, and it's absolutely nobody's fault. Again, we don't hold Graz technically responsible for it because he's just being Graz, but we can't have that again. So we've had to kind of develop a way. We have to get back into the groove before we get back to our normal routine.
So basically what you're saying is I'm off until we go to studio.
Not necessarily. Just right now, we'll see how long that time frame that you're talking about is.
Graz, you can't go on only for as long as the show's on the air, remember.
Right?
If they no longer do the show, you could come on.
Bob, it's my favorite show. He's banning me from my favorite show.
So you're going to put
something you did
every show now?
What? What'd you say, Mark?
I said, is there going to be a disclaimer in the beginning of all the shows now?
Well, no, there was.
No,
the last two shows.
When we go into studio, I will introduce myself and say, hi, I'm Graz. I'm going to make fun of you. I hope you're okay with it.
Hi, I'm Graz, and I'm an asshole.
Get out of my fucking office right now.
I'm the heel of the show, which is what he is. He plays a great character for our show. But we got to be, more, and that goes for me too. I'm holding myself responsible for not being more knowledgeable about the business where I have a guest in that I have not prepped correctly, and that was on me too. So I take responsibility too. I've told you that.
It's all right.
We need to put bacalajo on the bottom of that shirt.
Right. I was going to do.
Hold on. You can take the fucking mask off. You're more than 6 feet away.
I was going to put a hashtag over here. I got to put a hashtag free Graz.
Bacalajo. No, bacalajo.
Maybe we can make that. Yeah. Maybe we can make that.
Bob, you see what this thing says? Smoke from the south side, Jamaica, Queens.
Shout out to the hood.
His thing says smoke from the south side.
Shout out to the hood.
There you go. How's the hood doing, Smoke? Smoke is our hood reporter. How's it going out there with the virus?
Well,
what's the traffic like in the hood, Smokey?
What the
That's Gilbert. That's Gilbert Godfrey.
Yo, the hood is flooded with corona, but I'm corona free, and that's what matters right now.
Good.
How do you know that?
She says so.
Yeah, because I said so.
Because Stone Grass said so.
On the package
Good
when
enough
he
for
opens
me.
up the mask, it says, "No Corona for you."
It says
Put
Corona
the mask
free.
on, no Corona.
Hey, Graz, did you see the comments Mike Nicoli is throwing up there?
I did not. Why? What is the world's biggest critic talking about?
Well, he's talking about why you're suspended from the show, and it says a couple of things. It says, number one, Graz has herpes, and that's why.
Shit. I know.
Number two, Graz.
Hey, Smokey, keep the mask on.
I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Smokey, he ran the fuck out.
Don't walk, Smokey, run.
He's not
Run.
worried about coronavirus, but he's worried about the herp.
Go ahead. What else?
He says Graz has corona in his ass crack.
Okay.
Graz is suspended because he gained weight.
Okay.
Does Graz collect unemployment now that he's off the show? Or he's.
Can I ask Mike Nicoli something since
wait,
he's listening?
and then
How
it's.
come he can't be this funny when he's on the air?
He's better this way. Mike wrote, "Is it fun employment?" That's a good one. And is what he calls it. I don't know what that was. He kind of left off there, so that was pretty good. He had some good lines there. Did you see his post, Mike Nicoli's post on Facebook?
I liked it. This TikTok thing.
Was it TikTok? No.
Yeah, it was a TikTok thing
Where he went on a little rant.
Yeah, he did a good job because he said these nurses were getting in trouble,
Yeah.
or people were criticizing the nurses because they came off their shift and did like a dance routine.
Did you also see? Yes, correct. Do you see Tim Saliani's kind of John Oliver-esque type of monologue?
No.
You got to check it out. That one's pretty good.
Okay.
Actually, I could probably play it.
All right, hold on. I want to talk to Mark.
Yeah,
Mark's
talk to
gotta
Mark,
go
and
bed.
I'll
Mark's
pull
gotta
this
go
up.
to bed soon. Listen, I wanted mystery guest to come on at 10:15. He goes, "Oh no, I gotta go to bed by 10:15."
He does. He's got a job. He's got shit to do.
He goes, "I'm up at 4 o'clock." Bobby, where are you? What are you doing, Bobby?
My phone fell.
Oh boy.
All right, Bob, 1 second. So, Mark, give me the little plug. Tell me what's going on. 5 minutes to let you talk. Go ahead.
5-minute plug.
Go ahead.
What am I saying about the shop?
Yeah, go ahead. Just say whatever you want to say. Cool's a dick. Fucking Bobby's
Why am I a
brilliant.
dick?
Fucking Al's a bore. I go with it. And Mike Nicoli is fat and unfunny. Go ahead.
Hopscotch Bottle Shop. We're located in Deer Park, New York,
Hey,
right
yo.
on the Avenue. We got amazing beer, great cheese, great apps, awesome grilled cheeses, and we're just cool to hang out with.
And the local community's supporting you guys. People are coming out every day and, picking up beer and placing orders. Things are good.
Yes. So right now we have our site is up. You can go right on. You can see our full selection of beers on tap and what's in bottles, and you can order for pickup or delivery.
And you're actually collecting a lot of stuff that is harder to find here on Long Island. So I know you had Mortalis in at one point. Artisanal you're bringing in. It's weird because there's a bunch of breweries in New York State that are delivering to the entire state. So Equilibrium could deliver to my house. It's crazy. These times are really opening up the doors for these hard to find breweries to come right to your local neighborhood. It's
Are you
pretty cool.
surviving, Mark? Mark, you surviving?
Am I surviving? Our doors are open and continue like that. So
Good.
Mark, tell us about the time that Graz drove you home.
First of all, time out. This is the guy that he had a fucking fatty on my bus. All right, and the fucking fatty broke my chair.
Well, it wasn't
Fucking
Mark
snapped
himself.
it in half.
yeah, it was me.
What? It wasn't you.
No,
It wasn't
No.
you. It was
Graz
one.
likes to tell people that he drove them home, even though he never drove them anyway.
Exactly.
I didn't
was
drive
before the-
them home. My driver drove them home. He had a fucking fatty, sat in one of my chairs, and snapped it in half.
Sure that wasn't you?
It wasn't. Fuck you.
He
This
gets to the point where he
guy-
just gets angry. He's just like, fuck you.
The guy that can't break, he's not going to break your fucking chair.
He broke my chair. One of his.
Well, then you got,
He didn't do
Time
it.
out. Time out. They
what
went
do
on
you
a
make
beer-
your chairs out of? Fucking ice cream sticks?
Time out.
Foam
we went
coolers
on
from 7-Eleven.
Hopscotch had. You know what? Fuck you all. I can't stand you guys. All right, Mark. Mark, you're making me stutter here. Tell the story. You had a fucking beer tour, a fantastic beer tour on my bus, and one of your fatties broke my chair.
Two. That was our second round.
Yeah.
That was our second beer tour.
That was the East End tour.
That was the East End. Yeah, both were awesome. Great feedback. Everybody complimented the bus. And
I don't anticipate a third one.
That's because no one took a black light to the bus. That's why they all raved about it.
Now, Mark, do you have an idea who broke my chair?
I could probably pick out 2 or 3 people that might have done it.
Is there pictures? Do you guys take pictures on the bus, like everyone together, like, hey, and then you could just kind of narrow it down by who was in and around that area?
Yeah, to identify the bodies afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Toe tag them.
Well, thank you guys for having me on.
I love it.
That's it. You're done.
Oh, I love it.
Wow. He fucking dismissed himself from the show.
Smart,
man.
He makes good moves.
Smart guy.
You got a website, Mark?
Yeah,
you don't want to tell us?
hopscotchny.com.
Nice.
You didn't want to tell us, Mark. I love you. I know you have a great place. I'm coming this weekend. Save me a 4-pack, all right?
Of anything, just a random 4-pack of the, hundreds of beers you might have.
And you have to
Mike,
do
we got that 4-pack of the Warheads for you too.
Nice, yes.
How is that thing's? Wait a minute, that thing's going pretty successful. That thing you do with your partner, right?
What's that?
Your Instagram page. That art. You guys do a live thing all the time.
Oh yeah, our little beer reviews.
Yeah.
You got to go on a
fun.
Speedo one. You got to go on a Speedo one of these times.
Well, if you watched it from the beginning.
You know what's fucked up? It's fucked up that she draws me as the gay one. You fucking bring that up every week.
What's great is if you guys. Wow, God.
Remember when B-Mel did that for me when I had the problem?
Yes.
The drinking problem?
No, I had I had cops sent to my house on Thanksgiving Eve for saying some shit on the fucking Limo talk show back in 2011.
Oh.
Don't mean to jump off, guys. My phone is gonna die.
Buddy, enjoy.
Everybody says when they can't wait to get the fuck away from us.
I don't blame them. Not one bit.
Take care, buddy.
Not one bit.
Bye, Mark. I love you.
I'll talk to you,
Hey,
pal.
guys, my phone is about to die.
Bye, Bob.
That's what somebody says all the time.
They always do that.
All right, listen, I got...
Napoleon sitting there going, listen, my phone's about to die. I got to go.
I got bad Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi.
Right.
My freaking flyer minutes are cashing in right now, and I can't handle it anymore. All right, I got Tim Saliani's...
I thought you were going to say your fucking phone is dying.
I'm on a laptop. Just check out his really like deadpan sarcasm is why I like it. Plus, he does like this monologue kind of thing, like a lot of the late night show are doing, or late night talk shows. So it was very interesting. I thought I'd bring it up because he's a Govs Radio guy. He's a part of the Domestic Disturbance podcast and loves craft beer and does some great stuff for the industry and for Govs. So I thought I'd highlight him here. It's really good. You should listen in here.
Thanks for highlighting on my show. It's okay. Thanks.
Local fucking irritated guy. I'm here to talk about the epidemic of stupidity that seems to be plaguing our country. Like this fucking idiot.
We're here to stand up for our God-given rights under the Constitution of the United States of America.
Did God write the Constitution? I must have missed that day in school. Let's be honest, sir. You look like the kind of unemployed mechanic currently scamming disability with supposed lower back problems. Nobody's infringing on your right, you fucking idiot. They're protecting others from your stupidity. Okay? And how about this gem?
Healthy people aren't dying. We're just getting over it like the flu. Do you see this like the flu? I see it like the flu. That's exactly what it is. It's a different type of flu. So what are you saying to the scientists and those who encourage you to keep apart and wear a mask? They're fear-mongers because they don't know. I mean, people might say, look, they're the experts. Yeah, but they're not, though, because their numbers have been lies.
Oh, their numbers are wrong, sir? Are they? Are their numbers wrong? Because I got news for you. I doubt that you've paid attention to a fucking number since Tommy Two-Tone sung about Jenny's. Or how about this fucking woman?
Before he goes on, the thing is, this is why I jump back and forth between understanding and liking Trump and not liking Trump, somewhere in the middle, right? Because you have people like this that love Trump. I mean, love him. And I can't at all connect to that guy. I mean, the scientists talk, the stuff, they're idiots. What are you talking about? They have a better education
Trump
than you do.
didn't make this guy a fucking moron.
I understand. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying I can't put myself in the same room as someone like that when I want to enjoy Trump's economic plans and stuff like that. But when it comes to the other stuff, which this guy doesn't even this guy doesn't understand economics. Let's be honest. Maybe basic, stores open, I can spend money, cool. But when it comes to, real politics, and I don't mean in the way of, arguing back and forth, when it comes to real stuff like that, I just can't, I can't connect myself to that person. I just can't.
Well, I wouldn't connect myself to that person either, but I think you have people like that on both sides of the aisle that are just morons and, don't really understand basic common sense.
But I've seen that entire interview as a whole. This was an edit that Tim did. I saw that interview as a whole, and he's holding an American flag. He's making America great again. That's where I'm like,
but
man,
I
can't.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for Trump too, because I'm sure Trump doesn't totally agree with that guy. I everything
agree.
He's saying.
Yeah, but wait a minute. The KKK burns crosses on people's front lawn. They like all about Christianity and shit like that. Doesn't make me turn on Jesus.
Right.
I mean, come on. They're extremists. They're fucked up.
But that's
Joe Biden is the most fucked up thing I've seen ever.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's saying stuff like people are dying that never died before.
I don't know what that means. Listen, I agree with you. I'm just saying there's got to be some middle ground where we have just fucking sanity and intelligence. That's all I want is sanity and intelligence.
What you need is Ross Perot to come back.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta can I get a word in? Can I get a word in edgewise?
I love that guy.
I'm all ears.
Yeah, sure.
You brought up Ross Perot. Wait a second. You brought up Ross Perot. Is it true he dropped out? He was threatened? That's why he dropped out of the...
I'm sure
No, he didn't drop out of anything.
No?
I'm sure he ended up getting. They all do get death threats and hate mail.
Ross Perot ran in '92 against Clinton and George Sr.
And he got death threats, and I don't think he could handle it. They threatened his family and shit.
Yeah, but he went right through the whole election.
That's true. He did. He was on the ballot.
I thought he dropped out. I'm sorry.
But
you're thinking of Bernie Sanders, maybe. I don't know, but.
Not Bernie Sanders. No, Ross Perot, because I would have voted. If I had a chance, maybe I did.
I'll never forget his debate. They're talking, Bush is talking, Clinton's talking, and he goes, "Can I speak? Can I get a word in edgewise?" He goes, "Oh, listen, chat." He was funny as hell.
He was the best.
He was great.
And no one voted for him.
And
but the bottom line is the people who did vote for him cost George Sr. the election.
Yeah, it did. And I like George Sr. I actually liked regular George Bush Jr. I liked him too. I actually did like Clinton, and I didn't necessarily dislike Obama, but I felt like we went through a little bit of recession in 2008, and I felt like it was partially leadership problems. And we pulled ourselves out of there, thank fucking God. And I don't think that was the president's issue. I think it was America's issue and how we go into these, peaks and valleys throughout our history. It's just the timing.
What it really came down for was giving loans to people who did not deserve to get loans.
Right.
And okaying them and saying it's okay to get, you're going to go buy a house and then foreclose on it within the first year. That was what was happening. It was ridiculous.
And I don't think the intention of Obama obviously was to turn around and do that and make that whole thing happen. He was trying to be positive and have a good spin on it, but it didn't work out. And obviously then you have to immediately see it for what it is, get the results back, and shut that shit down before it could get out of control. And unfortunately, it got out of control and plunged our economy.
Yeah, but you know what? This wouldn't be going. Trump would be winning this thing in a landslide if this pandemic doesn't happen. The guy was nobody. Who was going against him? Biden wasn't beating him.
He's still not beating him.
Who says he still won't? Yeah, I mean, he's still not beating him.
I know. I
don't know if he will or not. I mean, but
I understand that. But now you got 30 million people on unemployment. Now you got people sitting there going, I'm not making any money. You got guys that got their mortgage that don't have a fucking paycheck coming in.
Well, to be honest with you, it's not Trump's fault. Yeah, Trump's not. It's not his
I understand
fault.
Trump didn't do that, but they're just going to be miserable now, and they'll say, you know what, maybe it's time for a change.
I don't know.
China.
Right. It's not. To me, it's not about. It's not about that. It's about just I can't. When he gets up, and I just can't relate to some of the crazy talk. If he just curbed the crazy talk, I could jump right back on board with him. Like 2 years ago.
The crazy.
Yeah.
I can't. That's hard.
Honestly, I don't hear his crazy talk. I don't know. I haven't heard any crazy talk.
Just his like, he does these things. I'm like, no, that's not leadership. To me, I want leadership, strong.
He's not looking to be a presidential guy. He's looking to be the CEO of a corporation.
Right.
He's a boardroom guy. He's in the boardroom all the time.
And I can't relate.
I don't want to hear from you.
I can't relate to that. That's what I'm saying. I can't relate to that end of it.
I think people can't relate to that because they've never seen a president act like this before.
Mm-hmm.
Every president before has been political, a career politician, and somewhat presidential. And I agree. Listen, sometimes you listen to him and you say, "Geez, if you think to yourself, no, I'm not embarrassed for him, but I think to myself, geez, if he just curbed it a little bit and took that little bit of edge off, you would have so many more people on board."
Correct.
But when I say that, I also say that people spin every single word the guy says into something negative.
Agreed. And that's why I'm saying both sides.
And that's what convinces a lot of people to also hate the guy.
But what I'm saying is
because every article,
the media does that. The media does.
Yeah, they do. They
let me explain. Come on. Let's go to one other issue.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden is being accused. Joe Biden is being accused by at least 7 women of having inappropriate contact or some sort of dealing with them inappropriately, right? That guy, Brett Kavanaugh, whatever the fuck his name was, running for, he was going to be a judge. They were all over it, bringing back shit from 30 years ago.
Yep.
You can find shit from Biden from just a few weeks ago. Yep. I mean, and they're not reporting it. And the people like Alyssa Milano, who was saying every woman has a right to point out her accuser. And they were saying, but this stuff is 30 years old. She goes, too bad, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It happened, and she has a right to bring it up. Now they bring up stuff about Biden, and that same Alyssa Milano goes, oh, come on, that was so long ago.
Alyssa Milano.
It's true.
Fucking Alyssa Milano.
It's true.
She's part of the problem.
She was.
She's one of the few people who talks like that.
I know. I agree. Listen, all I'm saying is, like, I'm not watching the media report on what Trump did. I'm watching Trump's speeches as they are. And to me, like I said, I just can't connect to that boardroom attitude. I would like more, and we were talking about before, I would like more of an Andrew Cuomo, not to say that I care if he's Democrat or Republican. I just like a strong leader, someone that's willing to just take it and do it and make it happen. And I don't care about anything else beyond that. Yeah, of course he is.
I think Cuomo has done, he's given everybody at least a calming effect. You're sitting there and you're not being, like if somebody asks him a question, he's not, calling him, who do you work for? Fake news. And I like Trump. I mean, I think listen, you know how I feel about it. We always wanted somebody to just sit there and tell us like it is and not be a robot. And now that we got it, we don't know what the fuck to do with him. You know what I mean?
All right.
I love it.
I do too.
That's what I'm saying. Like that thing that makes you have pride in your country, in your state, in your local area. If they can represent that, that's what I want. And not saying I don't want Cuomo for president, but I want someone in that presidential level that has that nature to his character. I don't want the entertainer. I don't want that person. I don't care if it's a Trump replay with someone that has the same characteristics and strongness of a Cuomo, of a character, not of a thought process or a political view. Character is what I'm looking for. That's why.
Problem is, it doesn't exist.
Okay, but
I wish it did. That's what I'm saying. I wish it did.
But that character, you're substituting that character in place of possible sending the country in a different direction.
Well, no, what I'm saying
economically.
No, I want to keep the same. Same business model that Trump has put in, which I don't mind at all. I don't mind those thoughts and ideas about running the country like a business at all. I like that. I just want the face of that to be a little more, leadership.
He's a New Yorker, man. He's a New Yorker, businessman, successful, unsuccessful, back to success. But he's a New Yorker.
Yeah, I think we've had a lot of,
and that's what we needed. I think. Anyway.
We've had a whole succession of politicians and presidents who are all talk and do nothing. They do nothing. I'd rather somebody who did everything he said he was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if he wants to brag about it, go ahead and brag about it. I don't care. I don't care what he says. I care what he does. For 100 years, for 50, 60 years, since they created the state of Israel in the Middle East, they've been saying that the U.S. Embassy should be in Bethlehem or Jerusalem? I forgot where.
Jerusalem. That sounds right. Yeah.
Right? And every president made an issue out of that, out of border control, all talk, said they were going to do it, never did anything. Obama has been quoted, so is Clinton, so is everybody. We cannot let our borders be out of control the way they are. Why are people coming in this country and getting benefits that they don't deserve them? And people are like, oh, I like what he's saying. I'm voting for that fucking guy. But the bottom line is he never did it, ever. And neither did anyone do anything about the whole thing in Jerusalem with the embassy. They said it, but they never did it because they figured the Jewish population is going to go, oh, he's for us. But then they do nothing. Trump said it and fucking did it. And he did it. And that's what the people, and they're sitting there going, oh, how the fuck does he do this shit? Because what he says, he does.
Right. I just wish, like I said, there wasn't that other side, which was just sometimes just nonsense that I just can't relate to. But you're right. I want someone that does what they say.
You sound a little sensitive to it.
No, I just.
Well, no, I understand what he's saying. It's just,
don't be a fucking snowflake.
I look at it that like you can't have everything.
No, I'm not. I'm not wavering. I just want a combination of all the good characteristics of all the people that are right now.
But you're not going to get it.
I know. I'm not. But that's what I want. I want that. I want it.
Can I just? I got a couple of little updates as I've been searching a couple of news stories that we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to Ross Perot first, and then I'm going to go to Alyssa Milano.
Okay.
So Ross Perot. This was an article from 1992, October 26th, the LA Times. I'll give them credit. He accused, this is the reason he dropped out. He accused of President Bush's campaign of plotting to fake a photograph to smear his younger daughter, conspiring to disrupt her wedding, and hiring an ex-CIA employee to wiretap his computerized stock trading program and ruin him. He said the plotting was the reason that he dropped out of the campaign for 11 weeks. He said he wanted to spare his daughter the pain of such dirty tricks on her wedding, and he dropped out. And he dropped out of the race.
Going on, what a
faggot! Yeah, I think he would have won.
Did you just say what a faggot?
Yeah.
Don't make me put ourselves in red alert again. Let me put red alert here.
Oh my God,
red alert. What do we need?
Oh boy,
sorry. We got a dump button.
No, we don't have a dump button. That's the problem.
Oh, we don't need a dump button, do we?
No, we don't have a dump button.
Al, what are you eating, Al?
Eating? No, I'm drinking.
Oh, okay.
All right. So then Alyssa Milano and why she supports Joe Biden. And she just did this with Andy Cohen last week.
That's because Joe Biden didn't touch her.
Yeah.
No. No. Well, yeah, he didn't touch her.
Right.
But she says
if he did, she would be like the biggest name on Twitter, just sending out tweets like dollar bills at a strip club, just if it was directly to her. But because it's not her, it's like, yeah, whatever.
No, she's saying her quote is that she believes it because the Biden campaign, and I'm quoting from an article from Deadline with an interview she did with the guy Andy Cohen on his radio show. You know, that guy from the
I know.
Housewives fame or whatever. She says the Biden campaign said it's something that absolutely did not happen. She believes that. And we're sort of a societal change. That mindset is believing women, but that doesn't mean it has to be done at the expense of not giving men their due process in investigating situations. It's got to be fair in both directions. Now, if you asked her about the other side and any Trump allegations, would she say the same thing? No, she wouldn't.
She would hashtag Me Too all over the place.
Exactly.
Yep.
Thank you. So there's your double standard from Alyssa Milano.
Agreed. And that's what I'm saying about the radicals on both sides. It's just craziness, extremeness, extremism. I don't even know what you say with it. But it's just not something I'm into either. I like a good moderate area where we can take the business and politics and then also go into having these thoughts and ideas and blending it all. I just don't fucking want this nonsense, this extremism.
Because it's everybody playing their own agenda. That's what it comes down to.
And my agenda is let's just all fucking get along and make this everything great. But but
it's not going to happen.
I know. We went over this. I understand.
Oh, look at Graz with the red light in the car. I mean,
Graz is.
Do you know what probably won't happen?
Out. He doesn't even announce it.
I'll tell you right now what won't happen is Grad's going to get Limo Talk t-shirts. That's what won't happen.
Oh, I ordered the screens today for the brand new Limo Talk t-shirts.
What logo?
Yeah.
This is the logo. I got it right here.
The logo that Bobby said he liked.
It's for Graz.
I want one of those. I want one of those.
I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to wear. I'm wearing that around town.
Time out, Bob. What are you going to say?
It was the least of all evils.
Okay, but I like that one.
What?
The original one?
Liked it. I like that one. You said you liked
which one?
The first one.
I said I liked
the one with me, you, and Rich.
But she still got my stomach is like exposed. What the fuck is that?
Listen. She likes you. She's a big fan of you. But
I don't know about that.
She says I'm the one that. She's the one that tells me that I'm accusing her that you're a cross-dresser. I never said any of that shit.
What?
Oh. So if somebody told her that I was a fucking a fudge packer.
No.
Come on. You said it, she ran with it?
Yes. Wait a minute. But then I told her today, I said, listen, I told her today, I said, listen, I said, we're old-fashioned Italians. We really don't want to be drawn as women. So she goes, what do you think? I said, draw them as super-ins. So that's where super-ins came.
Super-ins. I think he went to the bathroom. I think he couldn't hold it any longer.
Are you serious?
So which one? So wait a minute. So is it? Hold on.
It's the one with. You know which one it is. I showed it to you. It's a three.
Can I flip my camera on Zoom? Can I do that?
I don't know. While you're trying to figure that out, let's listen to more of this.
Who, Tim Saliani?
Oh, there it is.
Right now
I can.
is how quick American patriots crumbled and hid in their homes because their government told them that they should. We can't hide in our homes and not produce for our families and for future generations because of a virus that may kill us.
Guy doesn't even promote.
So what do I say to the science? I say I don't believe your science because I believe my God.
Interesting you brought up your God because you keep being a fucking idiot. You're going to meet him.
She's an idiot.
Listen,
I can't lump her in with what Trump is saying, though.
Oh, by the way,
you can't.
These people aren't.
That's what I mean.
These people aren't Middle America. These people are from Pennsylvania. So these were the protesters in Pennsylvania saying they want to go back to work.
Well, listen, there are some very, we all know there's very religious people in this country, and a lot of people truly believe that God will protect them no matter what.
Mhm.
They feel they should be in church. They feel that even though this virus is out there, they could all be drinking from the same cup, and all this other stuff. But that doesn't mean that, that doesn't mean it's right or it's smart. It's just what they believe.
And again, I can't, going back to Graz's issue, I can't stop people from believing what they want to believe in. But I also, if I was a leader, I'd want to make sure that I have to then supersede that by making sure everyone's safe. That's my job as a leader, making sure my town or my village or my county or my state is safe.
All this bullshit. Listen, you just want him to fucking talk presidential. You want him to get up there and not start a fight, even if he hates the CNN reporter.
Don't fuck the CNN reporter.
I like it. I like when he calls it fake news. It's fake news.
Yeah, he doesn't even give a chance. You don't even
Thank
give
you,
a
Mr.
chance,
President.
Trump.
I love it because, let me tell you something. The fact that he's doing that,
Here we go.
is fucking awesome. Because every fucking news program spins everything they want their own fucking way. And it's time that stops. And he's right for calling them out on it. And it's about time someone called him out on it. And you're not going to see this end with Donald Trump.
No.
You're going to see this become the norm with everybody who runs for office from here on in. They're going to fucking call people out and tell them that they're fucking reporting bullshit. And I like it. I fucking like it. CNN is bullshit. Fucking bullshit news. Bullshit.
Tell us how you feel, Bob.
Yeah.
I hate it. MSNBC is bullshit news. News 12 is all fucking liberal slanted bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Joe Scarborough and Mika, that is the worst morning show. All they do is just dump on Trump. And Scarborough, he ran for president in the early 90s, didn't make it very far.
Oh, yeah,
He's
that's
just
right.
a jealous
That's what
prick.
they all do. They all do that.
No,
Is
but
that
that's
the
You
logo,
gotta
Graz?
just report the news. Did this car fucking, did somebody in this car fucking smash into that? Whatever the news is. Fucking hit somebody's house. This one said this. This is the news. Don't give me your fucking slant on it. Don't tell me the small details from one side and leave out all the other big details from the other because it doesn't fit your agenda. Fuck that. Enough.
Yes, Rich, I think that's the one. That's the one.
Is that the one?
With the gray background there.
Yeah,
Gray
that's
limo.
now listen, that what's going to happen is the building where it says limo is going to be red, and that limo is going to be black, and it's going to be white lettering. It's going to look really nice.
So you got a 4-color process on that bitch?
And then underneath the limo says GothamGoGraz.com, and it's going to say ins41.com.
There you go.
Limo's not going to be gray, is it?
No, the limo's going to be black.
It can't be.
No,
What about
the word limo.
What about at Blue Room 138
word
on
limo?
Twitter?
You can't even tell it says limo.
I know.
Yeah,
but
you don't see the word limo.
I know. We're working on that. We know.
I mean, I can see I can see it somewhat, but
Okay.
It looks like it just says talk.
Okay. It will. The ladies that I'm
It'll
working
be
with
more
said
defined.
it will accentuate. It'll be good.
Did somebody draw that? Who drew that?
Yes, Taz, who Bobby doesn't like the way she draws him. She's the one that got me that logo.
Well, she needs to, if she's going to make the limo red, then it needs to have like a white outline around the letters to define the red and the white.
Yeah.
There's got to be separation there because the
Outline.
gray and black just blends together.
Mhm.
Yes.
I know.
I mean, if she is a resident artist, I would think she is aware of that. So I trust in her ability.
Bobby doesn't.
I mean, I'm going to wear a shirt that people are going to walk up to and say, which one is you? I'm going to say this one. They're going to, why don't your shirt fit?
How come you don't have a shirt on? What's
And
with the
why
hairy
is
chest?
You're
why
good
isn't
at
Graz
lifting shirts,
rounder?
okay?
And you should be rounder, Graz.
You
You're a little too
You look like you just came off the sped bus.
I know you're a little too svelte in this picture.
I'd like to see. Can you get a
Yeah,
close up?
push that camera in there. There you go.
Thank you.
Sorry, there you go.
What the hell is that? It looks like you have horns.
It looks like I have horns.
Well, this is actually this here. If you look closely,
It looks
you
like
see
Ron Jeremy in a Mets shirt.
It's Bobby's butt crack in the front of his body.
Oh,
Bobby's got a butt crack in the front of his body.
No way.
You know what? I'm sorry, I don't like it.
Oh, come on! I just ordered the fucking shirts!
Are you kidding me? Holy shit. It looks like a
like you got fucking bunny ears still.
Yeah.
I just ordered the shirts!
Holy
shit.
Believe me, they didn't start making them. Undo it.
And the mess looks like it's going to the side. It looks like you got it in an outlet store.
Stop production now.
Not even in
Right,
the
he's
center.
holding like a
You're gonna
Mets
tell
sign.
me you're gonna tell me that looks like me?
It looks a little like it.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Oh my God.
Let me put a mustache on fucking Pee Wee Herman, and now it looks like me.
See how nice this logo is?
Well, I look like I'm
shut
taking
up, Michael.
a dump.
Why don't you fucking add in how many more
That is
names on there? The work with
that is
Mike
nice.
and Pete and Steve and Frank and Tommy.
Who's
That
Tommy?
is a nice logo. The word with the hop,
That's
being the O.
Yeah, it's just simple. That's
Ross,
it.
let me ask you a question. You don't
I look
find it
constant.
disturbing that the M looks like your fucking big ears?
I like it.
You like it. Why? Because it looks like you have horns.
You know
I look
what?
like
I'm going to tell you something. My whole life, I have never accepted anybody trying to make me look like a fucking dick. All right? I can do that myself.
All right.
I don't need to look at that fucking face on me. Are you kidding me?
Nice forehead.
You
a five head.
You look like a greaser back from the 50s.
Yeah, I look like I was in fucking Sha-Na-Na.
Shut up.
Oh,
Well, look
I
at
know
me.
what
I
it
look.
looks like.
You got a
Looks
pack of
like,
cigarettes
Explain
rolled
to
up in
me
your arm.
why she can't
Gomez.
draw. She couldn't draw a shirt that fucking. This was something I brought up from the beginning. Why can't the shirt cover my belly, for Christ's sake?
You look like Gomez Adams in that picture.
Oh,
Who?
yes.
Gomez.
My dear.
Gomez Adams family.
Yeah, the
All
father.
right, Gomez Adams looks better than me than that picture.
That might be true. That might be
Listen,
true.
listen. Taz is listening right now. I was the one that authorized the design. I thought it was good.
The shirt is.
why.
It says Mets. It looks like it's off to the
She
side.
has done nothing.
Look at me.
Honestly, she's got like 6 pictures in a row of me that I look like a fucking douche.
I look constipated, Graz.
You do.
I mean,
you look
really.
like bending over on a toilet bowl.
All right,
Exactly.
but
I
you
look
know
like I'm
something,
pushing
Rich?
something out.
Rich, the difference is, out of 3 people in that picture, you're the only one that doesn't look ridiculous.
That's true. Graz looks like he's got mouse
Michael,
ears.
you don't like the logo, Michael?
I like that. If you kept just limo talk without the caricatures, or whatever you want to say,
Yeah, what do you-
if it just was limo talk,
Caricatures.
I think it would be good. You don't need your faces on it. We don't need to.
That's a good.
How about
That's a
I
good
put
point.
my fucking face on it and get rid of everybody else?
Graz is all about the base.
All right, good. You want to get rid of me and get rid of Rich? Good. You just put yourself in the middle there with your fucking little douchey ears. And I promise you I'll never wear that shirt.
You
No
will
problem,
wear
Matt.
that shirt. I bought you a shirt.
Oh my God.
You know what?
No.
In this trying times, it'll make a nice little bandana to wear over your face.
I'll say it again. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna do much better with my free Graz shirts than anything else.
I want one. I'm buying one. How much?
$2.99. I got you.
I'll take it.
Easy. It's an easy one.
I want to see.
Sold.
Wait a minute. Do me a favor. Can you take that black fucking thing off? What do you have on? Like a extra small T-shirt on under there?
What are you talking about? This is my body. Do you want to see my body?
That's what Graz wants.
So
wanna see my
Bobby's
body?
shirt looks a little like this, right? It just
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it just has his belly hanging out. It's terrible.
Yes.
Listen, I
I don't want to
Taz.
be depicted that way.
I want Taz to draw a better picture of you, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does he.
I think we're all in
I think
agreement.
that was the gist of what I'm
We
saying.
agree.
I got it. It's right there.
Oh.
We were so close. We almost had it.
Hey, how about the
What?
traffic and weather out there, Graz? What are you doing? What do you see?
I look like, you never watched George Lopez's show?
Yes.
Yeah, I look like his father on fucking George Lopez's
There you
show.
go. Yes, exactly.
No, you don't.
I don't have a kidney bean fucking head.
Listen, I thought you looked good.
Are you fucking kidding me?
On what level?
Shut up, Rich. Why are you jumping in like a fucking asshole?
So you guys want to
opinion.
go this weekend down to Jersey and play around the golf?
Oh,
You can play at Bethpage. They just opened it.
Yeah, I know. I actually saw Bethpage open weeks ago. They were playing out there. No carts, but they were out there walking the field and playing every single color course.
It's golf. You should be walking anyway.
You guys been binge watching anything?
Just to what I'm saying.
Who's here? Who is this?
Matt Alvalo?
I don't know. Let me see. Oh, there he is. Hold on. He's
Oh, it
connecting
is
to his
Matt
audio.
Alvalo.
There he is. What up, Matt? Or not. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
There he is.
Matt, why do you look like Barney?
You're watching it a little bit delayed. Turn your radio down.
He's watching.
Turn your radio down, Matt.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
He's
How's
wearing
that?
He's wearing a yin and yang.
Put your Diet Coke down.
Is that better? I got
Yeah.
Fiji water. I'm classy.
There you go.
Listen, O'Toole.
Yeah.
I'm getting off. I'm running out of my battery's going low.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God. Oh,
So,
You got a cord in the car.
I don't think you can do that with your own show. How do you do that?
all right,
know.
so I gotta plug it in. You guys talk to Matt. I'll be back.
Yeah,
I can't believe he's
plug
leaving
in.
after arguing over the logo for so long.
He's done. He's got to make phone calls now to change that logo. Halt the presses. Stop the presses immediately.
I just spent money on it, Matt. Shut the fuck up.
It's like Pulitzer.
Oh,
He's got to
man.
stop the presses.
Oh.
There's a guy in a basement, just like a printing press. Just these logos are great.
I don't get
Keep
it.
going until before he calls back and cancels the order.
Yeah, exactly. Bob, I don't blame you. I don't think that was the most brilliant T-shirt that you could put together. I know Taz does a great job on
She's
the
got
drawings.
a lot of talent. She's great.
Absolutely.
I don't know why she draws me looking like a fucking idiot. I don't know.
I think that first one that he had with the yellow background and it's just your head, I like that one. That one was the best out of everything so far. I'll put it that way.
The yellow background with the head. Which one
Yeah, it was
that?
just Bob's face and it had like yellow background, just kind of.
Yeah.
We posted that on Limo Talk
Oh.
Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. That was.
Yeah. See, if you
I
put
like super ins. Super ins look cool.
it needs a lot of super
Yeah,
ends.
the little drawing of you as like a little superhero.
That was cool.
That one
Doesn't
was
fit
cool.
on
Look
Limo
good on that
Talk's T-shirt though.
I'll put it on the fucking T-shirt.
He's back.
Good.
I'll put that picture on the T-shirt.
Next
So
time
I'm-
you got to run it through quality
As long as
control.
you're taking away the other one.
Yes, I will.
He's got to call Hearst to stop the presses immediately.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
get her on phone. Hey, Al, shut the fuck up, Al.
It's so angry.
The guy printed what? What he printed something already? What you wasted $4 now?
No, I
Fuck
wasted
off.
$50 for the screens.
You know what I wasted? I wasted about 35 seconds of my own time to create my
$2
T-shirts.
shirt from Michaels.
Yes. So just wait. It'll go up on it'll go on the Wort a podcast's Instagram for sale on their store. So you'll see that up there in a week or so.
Seriously?
A little advice to you guys. Those screens don't cost that much, okay? If you are ordering in bulk for T-shirts, the guy will gladly throw in a new fucking screen for no extra charge.
$25 usually. That's what it costs. I used to work for a screen printing business, and it's about a $25 screen. Material-wise.
That's what they charge you for it. It's not what it costs to make.
Hey, what do you guys are getting Limo Talk T-shirts?
Yes.
Ooh, classy.
We want one $15.99.
You're gonna charge?
$15.
Nah. I can't.
That's the only one made.
Oh, wait a minute. You're part of the show? $16.99.
Let's go.
Listen, I'm actually highly considering this weekend going down to Jersey because a lot of the open areas are open. I'm gonna walk some New Jersey hiking trails and go down to the beaches and enjoy myself for a nice weekend of sun and sand and warmth. since we can't do any of that up here, might as well go down there and do it.
Why not?
Yeah.
I like it.
It's going to be
Jersey.
in the 60s.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful weekend. I'm gonna maybe go to the driving range, 10 feet
weather
apart from
report.
the next person, and it's gonna be a beautiful weekend since it's the only place relatively close that I can go enjoy myself outdoors.
I might play a bet and gamble on ping pong.
I like that.
Live from
I like
Korea.
that. I need a bookie if you guys know any right now.
What do you bet?
need?
What are you gonna bet
What do
on?
you need?
He said, "What do you need?" I'm just
What do
messing
you
around.
want to bet on? Baseball?
I win. There's no games.
Bobby, I bet you they don't play tomorrow. $10.
Who?
Anybody.
Who?
Well, let me tell
No,
you.
the Mets are playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna
World
win.
Series.
They might not play if they don't strike a deal with the umpires. They're in a little contentious debate right now. If anybody has paid attention,
I did. I heard some
What's going on?
communiques.
the umpires, Major League Baseball is looking to reduce their salary by 35%. MLB umpires.
How much do they
I'll
make?
do the games.
Yeah.
We do have robots. I mean, we
I
got
have
the
that-
strike zone.
I have that answer, O'Toole.
Yes,
Just
nice.
reading the article. So salaries range from a rookie umpire of $110,000.
Wow. Nice.
For a rookie umpire.
You just stand there.
The most seasoned
There.
umpires, $432,800.
No wonder why
Almost
they're all fat fucks.
Is that a season?
Almost a half of.
Yeah.
No, the most seasoned. So most veteran umpires, almost $500,000.
No, he's saying for one
Per
season.
season, yeah,
Per
for
season,
one
yeah.
year.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
a whole season. Yep.
So in 4 or 5 years as a seasoned veteran umpire, you can make close to $2 million.
Oh my goodness.
76 umpires.
How do you get into that? Inge, you got to become an ump.
Plus health and retirement benefits.
I don't know where I went wrong.
How do you
You
get
go
up
to
to
school for it, yeah.
how do you get up to
I
the
umpired this year with a kid who's the son of a major league umpire, or his grandfather was a major league umpire, and he's going to the school to get qualified, and he hopes to get in.
So wait, is that all it takes?
school?
It's just school and that's it?
Yeah, you got to go to school. Yeah,
Wow.
I went to school for it.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. For real?
I did. I umpired for years.
That's sick.
But you know what it takes to get to the major league or even professional level like that. I mean,
There's only 76 of them.
Yeah.
It's so
yeah,
funny.
you gotta you gotta really jump through hoops to get to that shit. But
Richie-
the thing is,
Like-
I was doing games all over Long Island. I was all over.
Yeah. Richie, what is a like a AAA umpire make?
Great question, O'Toole. That's also in the article. I was just going to bring that up.
Because I'm interested in what the level of advancement would be.
You are going to be shocked at this. That being said, as I just read you the other salary, umpires themselves face a lengthy grind to the big leagues while calling games in the minors, and they top out at earnings in AAA salary per year at $20,000.
So that's
No
it.
way.
There's no
Yeah.
there's
I
no
would-
future in that.
That's
It's right
what I
here.
thought.
Ken Rosenthal writing the article. That's a reliable source right there.
No, that's what I would have thought. Why should they get more than that? They're working 2 hours.
you know what? That's crazy. The guy last year
20
umpiring
grand a year? That's
made
nothing.
$22,000 umpiring Little League baseball.
I did. I do know that Little League umpires
you can
do
make good
make
scratch.
pretty good side business,
It's
especially
just so
during
funny
season.
picturing the umpire like a kid being like, I just want to make it to the big leagues. And he's like just talking about umping the entire time. He's like, I just wanna ump, Dad, you're safe. You're safe. You're safe. All right. It's cool.
Son, when
You're
you're
making a good show.
That's
some
$500,000.
It's a
That's
good
enough
reality
to
show.
be a dream. That's enough to
Listen-
be a dream. $500,000. That's a dentist.
That annoys me more because now I know that Angel Hernandez and Joe West make $500,000 a year.
easily.
And they are the
Hernandez
fucking
is
worst.
horrible.
That's what I mean. And they're horrible. Horrible.
Joe West when he blew that call for that perfect game.
Ugh.
Unbelievable. But 20 grand. I mean, you're right. You can make more going around Long Island.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
think about it
literally.
though, Rich. Those guys who play in those leagues don't make 20 grand either.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. Well, you're right, Bob.
I mean,
Yeah.
nothing.
I know. How much are those minor league stadiums really pulling in?
I mean, you're gonna give an umpire more than you're
relative.
giving the player. Players don't make more than 20, 25,000 in those leagues.
It just comes down to budget. How much?
And you're also forgetting too, Rich. In those leagues, they only play like 80 games.
Right.
Yeah. Right. It's all relative to what they're making.
I'm sure that's
Major
not their
League
full-time
Baseball is
job.
a 162 game season, and they're flying all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, making millions of dollars.
They don't stay local?
No, I mean, there's the scheduling. Did it mention anything in the article about scheduling, how they try to keep them regional for a while or like keep them in the same area for months?
If I live in Arizona,
no.
Colorado.
It's mostly about Corona and negotiations.
Well, Bobby and I were having a discussion about it too. Bobby and I were talking how the players were guaranteed $1.2 billion up until June. They were getting paid from up till I think April, and then afterwards, that the owners wanted to get half on the dollar because there was going to be nobody in attendance, and that the Major League Baseball players don't want to do it. So
I'm for the owners on that.
No,
Well,
I'm
they're withholding their pay. They're not paying the umpires. They're withholding their pay until play resumes. So these guys aren't even getting paid.
Right.
Well, that's not right either, but
Yeah.
the players getting paid, they should be getting something too. But the thing is, players should be fucking kissing fucking God's green earth that they fucking get a salary for playing a kid's game.
I agree.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're so fucking greedy that they ask for $30 million a year, and every trip to the mound is brought to you by someone, or every fucking 15th pitch is brought to you by Geico, or, get the fuck out of here. I've had enough. These fucking guys have destroyed the game, destroyed it. I don't want to look at my fence anymore out in the outfield and see 4,500 fucking advertisements all over the place. Be happy you're playing professional baseball and getting paid for it, and shut the fuck up.
I want to know. I want to know what
Susan.
O'Toole.
Yeah.
I want to know what the over and under is on Bobby saying the word "fuck" tonight.
So far, I think we're up to 13.
Holy shit!
The 15th out of the game brought to you by Geico. Save 15% on your car insurance. Thank you,
Let me
Susan.
tell you something. If I made a fortune doing something and I have a fucking $1 billion, right? And I want to open up a business and I'm going to hire some people at $25,000, $30,000 a year to work for me, and you took the fucking job, don't tell me I got to share what I make with you. I don't. I fucking spent my money and I could have gone down the toilet.
Yeah, and you took all the risk.
I took the risk.
Yep.
Don't fucking tell me I got to share my profits with you because you got a hit. Fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. They were so wrong. So fucking wrong.
17.
Mickey Mantle, back in like 1954 or whatever it was, or he hit like 54 homers, whatever year it was, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And he won the MVP. And the following year, I think he won the MVP again, but he only hit about 40 homers and drove in about 20 less runs. And the Yankee general manager said to him, "We're cutting your salary." And he goes, "What? I won the MVP again." He goes, "Yeah, but you hit less homers and you fucking didn't drive in as many runs."
19.
Is this
like the old Ralph
bad
Kiner.
story? This sounds like a villain
Sure.
story. This sounds like that was a bad guy for doing that.
Who?
The owner for not giving Mickey Mantle his salary.
No, he did not give him his salary. In those days, you had 1-year contracts. So you got paid by how you performed.
Correct, yeah.
And if he did less than he did the year before, and he says, "Hey, I paid you $150,000 last year, and you did less this year, so now I'm giving you $120."
Yeah, but he did the same in terms of like accomplishment. He was the MVP again. He was the best player in the league. What if he went?
Why would you get a cut in salary?
What if he went fine? You don't want to give me my money? I'll go to a different team.
But the point is, you couldn't do that in those days. They were paying him more than anybody else in the fucking game
20
for hitting 54 home runs.
Yep.
That's the game, though. That's the point.
No. See, you're thinking like today's baseball. These fucking guys are getting paid for what they did 5 years ago.
21.
No. That's why it sucks.
I think players get paid to play, you know? And that's what we like to watch.
And you're paying $14 for a fucking hot dog and $12 for a soda because
22.
And I watched Jason Bay at Citi Field strike out every fucking time up.
That's because we have shitty owners, though. That has nothing to do with
Jason Bay.
That's your problem. That's the Wilpons problem.
It's the Wilpons being incompetent.
No, it's not the Wilpons problem. It's Major League Baseball's problem.
What, that Jason Bay can't hit?
No, that all these fucking guys, they sign them for these ridiculous numbers, and they fucking can't perform up to them.
Right.
The Mets are still playing Bobby Bonilla, for Christ's sake.
When does that end? 2023?
That was an mistake. That was
July 1st. And Mo Vaughn, by the way.
Oh, fucking
Mo Food.
More food.
Mo Vaughn.
Mo Vaughn.
You know what?
I have one question. I want somebody to replay the Limo talk tomorrow or next couple of days and find out how many times you said the word fuck the whole show.
Fuck that. Hey.
24.
I saw Bobby Bonilla. He was in Puerto Rico, right? So we were in Puerto Rico, and I had my 3 kids with me. He was there. Ozzie Smith. They were having one of those celebrity golf outings. Ooh. Brooks Robinson was there. That was really cool. The Mullins brothers. But anyway, so I went up to Bobby Bonilla to ask him for an autograph. Y'all with my kids, my boys. He said no. Blew me off. I was like, you motherfucker.
Listen, he's the UNS Cespedes of back then. He's the we messed up with him.
See what I would have done right there, Al? I would have made sure he was sticking around. I would have gone to the local store somewhere and bought him some fucking earplugs, like he did when he played outfield for the Mets, and said, "Here, I'll give you a fucking set of earplugs, you fucking wimp."
The El Conquistador Hotel in Puerto Rico, man. We were in the lobby.
There you go.
It was crazy. And he just blew us off. Nope. But I got Brooks Robinson, I got Ozzie Smith, got everybody else.
Ooh, Ozzie. Nice.
Mo Vaughn's actually a businessman now.
Oh.
I can't stand.
Yeah. There's a real estate.
I can't stand the way professional sports is paying these guys ridiculous fucking money. Who the fuck is worth $30 million a year? Oh.
Nobody now.
LeBron James.
26.
Nobody.
To hit 254?
LeBron. Let's talk basketball. LeBron.
Not worth it.
The dunks he's hitting are insane. I mean, he's hitting he's doing things where you're like, wow.
I'm not interested.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's it.
Shut down immediately, and his hairline is getting worse.
He was like, I'm not interested. Nope. I don't care.
I don't get excited because LeBron can dunk. First of all, I don't even think slam dunking should be allowed. The idea is you're supposed to shoot the fucking ball in the hoop.
27.
You don't think slam dunking should be allowed?
No.
27. 27.
Yeah, he's cursed 20. He said the word F in the last 27 times.
Do you know that the reason there's a slam dunk in the National Basketball Association is because it became popular in the ABA and it wasn't allowed in the NBA. It used to be a shooter's game.
Yep.
That's slam dunkies hanging on the rim. Get the fuck out of here.
What do you mean? 20, that's like saying no home runs. That's like saying no home runs in baseball.
It's not like
no
saying
home runs in baseball. A slam dunk is one of the most exciting things to watch. When they do it, Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, I mean Dominique Wilkins. I could go on. The list goes on with famous dunkers.
Magic Johnson.
I'll be honest with you, Matt. I don't find it exciting.
That's respectable. I can respect that.
It does happen more often than it ever did. It's almost like every play is a pass up the field, breakout, slam dunk.
Well,
so
every play is a three.
No,
it's a 3-pointer.
Yeah, the 3-point shot.
Every play.
Huge now, you know. So
well, now, but I'm saying like for a very long time, it was very much a dunker's game, a very inside center.
You guys gotta watch these Zion and John Morant. They're fun to watch. Trey
Love
Young,
me some
man.
Zion. I'm a big Duke fan.
Zion's fun. Zion is fun to watch.
He grabs that ball out of people's hands. It's insane. It's crazy to watch. It's making basketball fun again. I love it.
The youth of America.
By the way, Mo Vaughn was a 293 career hitter.
There you go.
He made $80 million.
Holy
Batted under 300. He only had 1,000 RBIs in his career and 328 home runs.
Definitely not a Hall of Famer.
And he was one of the biggest busts in men history.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And he got an $80 million contract. So there you go.
Jesus Christ.
And he was on major steroids.
Probably. Yeah.
O'Toole, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. There you go.
I can't hear him.
Let's go. I'm all fucking hyped up now, and I gotta go home.
Dirty.
Hold on, I gotta show you this picture they have of him while you sign out of Mo Vaughn. Look at the smile. I mean, why wouldn't you smile like that?
After making
It's an $80 million smile.
He's
For the
smiling
great,
at the Will Ponds.
powerful Bobby Izzarello said the fuck word about 195 times.
Good job, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby.
Do you want me to listen back and get a total count for you?
I want a total count. I will give somebody a free T-shirt with the original free T-shirt.
Free Graz. It's only going to be $6.99 on my website.
Limited edition.
Limited edition.
For Al Celeste, the world's oldest intern. Thank you, Al, for hanging out with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
For Board Up Extraordinaire, Richard Zarelli. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, guys. Good job.
For my favorite comedian, because Michael Nicoli is a flop, Matt Aravallo. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Graz. Thanks,
for the work with Mike and Pete, Michael O'Toole, and Free Graz, and my suspension still going on.
Hashtag Free Graz. If I get enough people to petition Graz's freedom, we'll bring him back on. How about that?
Double secret probation.
Double secret.
For Hopscotch, from Mark from Hopscotch. Thank you, Mark, very much for coming on. For the mystery guest, for Gilbert Godfrey, Michael Nicolia, for everybody.
I don't
on
like
Facebook.
the slam dunk either.
Gilbert, could you say the word fuck, please?
Oh, fuck yourself. Slam dunk this, you big dick.
For everybody on Facebook, we love you. Thank you, Taz. Thank you, Bruno. Thank you, Gina Kajemi Coffin. Greg D.
Oh, by the way, Graz.
Yeah.
Taz just sent me an updated picture that you never showed me.
What's that?
Oh.
It's actually better.
Okay.
I look okay. You still look like a douchebag. I don't care.
Don't care.
For everybody on Facebook, we love you. For everybody, thank you for the hearts and the likes. Listen, we're doing a pandemic. With the pandemic and everything, if your business wants to broadcast on Gubs Radio, please let us know at gubsradio.com. We love you. Good night, everybody. God bless. Stay safe, and we'll see you next Thursday night. Gotham Go
Drive
Graz.
home safe on the empty roads.
Gubsradio.com, GothamGoldGraz.com, Gubs.com, Ins41.com, and the work with Mike and Pete. Good night. God bless. Thank you, guys.